space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Confidence. Its 1-year mission to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where I have gone before.
You know, I'm starting to see why we only got 1 year on this charter.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 913 Star Trek Ascendance. I'm your Game Master, August Schmid. With me, as always, this time of the week, is the bridge crew of the Confidence. Say hello, bridge crew! Ah! Oh, crazy stuff happened. Talking with Captain Taylor and other confined members in the brig, such as Lily Turner and Mondo Guilford. Now, actually, that we do know, real name being Ian. As you all talked, learning that it was supposed fate that the ship of the Confidence was supposed to head back to Yorktown and be fired upon, you guys making the choice, of course, let alone as we know with the other parties, start splitting people off, finding information, figure out what's going on, went to Yorktown and immediately became under fire by none other than Admiral Stansfield, which we now know was Mondo's supervisor and head of Sector 31. But halfway into a intense battle of holding through the shields, trying not to break down, while quickly building up the warp core energy to just get the hell out of Dodge, the two ships on either side of you stopped, turned, and blew up Admiral Stansfield and her vessel. Admiral Noble came over the intercoms, proclaiming himself to be your enemy, none other than the feared Khan Noonien Singh, a dictator from the 21st century that had a lot of run-ins with the previous members of Starfleet. But thankfully, even though Orson, or shall we call him 0RS3M, was taken over, quick thinking by Commander Jamie got the bug out of Orson's mind. You all jumped to light speed and warped away to none other than Captain McTavish's home planet. This is where we will pick up, as you have about, a minute or so before you arrive at the planet. Because, of course, you guys are heading at about warp factor 9. It was that, like, the second we go, as fast as we can. We cannot risk being followed. All of you are on the deck of the bridge. And what I would ask then is, what does everyone want to do at this moment?
We're currently in warp.
Currently in warp.
I think Jamie's first priority is going to be trying to do a more thorough exam on Orson. It's not like
Excuse
I was
me,
able
I am
to
a
do
little
like
sick, but I'm not
quick
contagious.
fix,
Don't worry.
but like once we're safely in space, she's just going to put like all her energy on like getting as thorough.
Yeah, make me a medicine check.
Okay. Can I get any sort of like advantage or anything because we figured out enough?
You can have my
I'd
D4
say, yeah.
from
Thank you.
that because Con wasn't able to use that.
Okay.
I'm going to get water.
Yeah, grab some water. We got cups.
Look
Uh,
at this shit.
Did I know? Did Mono know?
17. What was it for Mondo that you also...
Who knew about the time travel? Did Mondo know?
Yes. You as a bridge crew, thankfully, you all understand enough because you ran into the trio sister planets, found the abnormal tritanium. All of you have
It
that...
was all part of everything. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we all- I thought so.
Yes. For better or for worse. And also, I do have a gift
Oh,
for
actually,
you
I
all.
was 18. I
Oh.
messed up from what we got. The medicine was an 18.
18. From the members of the strike team, the Baggarats would like you each to have your own Baggarat pin.
Cute!
So pass these around. Everyone take one. Sam already grabbed
I
one
already
earlier.
got one.
That's
Um,
so fun!
As the Baggarats want you to know, even though they are now fellow fugitives of the galaxy, we all stand united together.
Yay!
Specifically, you can thank Lincoln. This was his idea, his funding. He wanted to give everyone a Baggarat's pin.
That's
um,
hilarious.
proficiency
let's
bonus
go.
is
I'm a
hang on.
backpack.
Our proficiency bonus is 3 right now.
Proficiency bonus
Yep.
is 3 right now.
Okay, then I really messed with this medicine check. Sorry, my character sheet was still loading. So I have expertise in medicine, so that's
Yes.
already a +6. So then +1 for my wisdom. So one more puts me at 19. Sorry, I did really bad math, but
Nice.
because I
DC
rolled a
19.
10 and then a 2 on the d4.
What you know is this. Orson is a highly advanced android that was built to be the perfect Starfleet officer. That can take a variety of forms. What you would realize on 19, the back coding of Orson in most of the systems is in case of high emergency, a high-ranking member of Starfleet could commandeer him. The thought was, let's say something went bad on a mission and Orson's now a living black box, but instead of having to hunt down, someone could remotely jump in and say, let's bring everyone home. Unfortunately, it looks like Sector 31 had more in mind of, we can make these to be the ultimate spies and weapons, and when Khan found 31, he has since really overhauled and taken them to become personal bodyguards. What you would know right now is you have found something, I will say on the 19, it's a high enough check. Inside of Orson seems to be something that is labeled Blood Bond. It looks kind of like a wireless metered system, probably to interface with other, like, Orson units, whatever command. But as of right now, Orson is completely online, even though maybe turned off right now, in his own head. It just looks like you have found, like, what we would call the antenna that connects outward, but I'll let you do with that what you will.
Like, I'm trying to understand all the consequences of fiddling with this antenna. So, like, is this something you can't just take out, or we wouldn't want to for reasons, or like, does that make sense with what?
It very well might be the equivalent of, I'm going to take the modem out of my house where computer systems, laptops, phones can still work, but there's no internet access. So there's a good possibility, let alone Orson couldn't be maybe commandeered, a lot of other functions can go offline. Where Orson then doesn't have exact perfect knowledge. We might even flavor as you might lose a couple levels in your natural intelligence score, because it's that, like, a give and take of, it's an offline computer that still is incredibly high tech, but
Offline.
one of the big assets is gone.
So, as opposed to then removing it, would there be a way to, like, this isn't how it would actually work, but the only thing I can think of is, like, giving him firewalls? So, like, nobody can, like...
In a sense, yeah.
Is that a thing that I could do?
You could set up a ton of stuff. It's more kind of like the last fight we just came from. The equivalent of what you and Commander Kessel were doing, putting up a ton of, like, interim firewalls that, like, hey, listen, honestly, these may last only a week just because we're personally coding something, and it's better than nothing, but it's the equivalent of putting protective paint coating on Orson before something might scratch through.
So something permanent would take time.
Exactly.
But we could do enough to maybe, like, give us some warning?
Yeah, whatever we can do to keep Khan from just insta-hijacking
Yeah.
Orson.
What if could Orson code his own firewalls?
That is maybe the smartest option. Is then you're dealing with a computer that has made its own firewalls,
Exactly.
it's completely local. That would take not as much time as, like, a permanent solution, but it's not as instant as we could probably plug something on. But that's also one of the more safer options out of what's been discussed, is if we could let Orson just Namaste, Orson, have a little spiritual tech retreat and, like, fix your mind. Just kind of like how Orson had to re-scrub when we were trying to figure out who stole the video feeds.
Yeah.
It's that same concept.
I'm just thinking he might have access to more information readily
Yeah.
available about how to make it stronger.
So could
Okay.
we put up whatever, like, temporary stuff we can, and then, like, wake him up to have that quick conference of, like, here's what we saw inside you, like, do you want to
Yes.
get working on that
Is-
on your end?
Set something up, turn off the Wi-Fi, so to speak, have a firewall, and then turn on the computer.
Yes.
Yes.
You
I
just put
was
a VPN in Orson.
This is brought by Orson
That's
VPN.
basically what he's going to
I was
have
gonna say,
to do to himself.
Easy enough. I won't even make you check because again, it's harder to do it for a whole ship. For Orson, that's something a lot of you as Starfleet are kind of trained to do, like to have that know-how. Setting this up, Orson will come back online.
Hi, Orson. That was scary. You should be fine for now. We set you up with some temporary firewalls. The virus is currently out of your system. Unfortunately, looking at your connection, which I think of kind of as like Wi-Fi rated, helps a lot of your more internet-based systems. That's kind of vulnerable. We think you could probably set up some better firewalls for yourself from inside your own programming. We didn't want to mess with that too much.
Performing self-diagnostics.
Go make a check. This will be the intelligence saving throw, again, an internal intelligence base.
11.
Can he get like a help action from?
Unfortunately, no. Orson is, again, up until today, we thought one of a kind, but now one of very few. And even, like, yes, Mondo was part of 31. Very few people were involved in his project. Orson, what you would immediately know, it's possible. The longer, this is going to sound bad, but in theory, the longer you stay offline, the better the chances of the more time of internal processor plug me into a wall outlet and let me charge. Excuse me. The better options, because you have more time to really dig deep in your system. Unless you were to find Orson's creators and other programmers, you wouldn't ever know for sure. Very much kind of like what we did last time, where until we beat a Nat 20 high DC 30 check, there's always a chance, because that's life of like, it's so easy to hide code if you know what you're doing.
Diagnostics complete. This is possible. The effort will take time, and as a safeguard, my systems would have to be shut down completely.
Alright, do you have an estimate of like how long you'll need to be offline?
Do I?
The equivalent of what we would call 70 days.
I relay that in Stardate fashion.
Multiple cycles, possibly like multiple sessions.
This is something that, if attempted to be rushed, would be catastrophic.
Right,
And doing nothing would be equally catastrophic.
right. Obviously, if anything goes wrong, I can redo what I did, but that's... preventative measures are always better than curative. Is there anything that we could do to help the process along?
If my systems are damaged during this update, it would potentially reset it completely.
Should we just throw a band-aid on there for right now so we still have
Thinking-
access to Orson?
Do we have more of that time travel fuel? No, I'm just kidding.
We do, right?
I've been
We didn't
thinking
use
about
all
that
of it.
too.
We
But
could.
that could be very risky, because didn't it kind of mess with your systems even without you
It
doing intensive updates?
Did. That is what I believe has brought me to the standing that I am at to make these decisions with you, rather than fall back on my programming, as my self-diagnostic has proven my initial programming and directive has been damaged. I have more free will.
That's a good thing. We probably
It's
don't
really
want to
good.
reset that.
Therefore, Captain, my recommendation would be to follow through with this update. Allow me to go offline and fix these systems, for I am a liability to the safety of this crew as long as I am conscious.
Permission granted. Go
My-
ahead with the update.
My lieutenant engineer is quite capable, sir.
Good to know.
Lieutenant Tendo, right?
Tendo Renz is his name.
He's the guy who brought the life support systems back online.
Nice.
Nice.
He's very qualified. You watch Orson eyelids slowly close, and behind them the soft glow kind of turns on, kind of like a computer in sleep mode.
As I'm going down, I'm going to quick scan of the ship real quick. Is Patty on board?
Unfortunately, Patty is not on board, as out of a few during all this chaos of it's the idea being, let's have a protocol of a couple teams like Strike Team, Alpha Shift. If people can get off the ship safely, it gives us options, right? People are gathering information. Patty was one of those groups.
All right.
You still have about 265 active crew members, but 35 from a variety of about 7 different shifts or groups have left in that idea of we've taken a transport and jumped, so that if they capture us, we're not all captured. There's proof, multiple people looking at multiple sources.
Yep.
I'm going to give to Commander Jamie a data pad. If I am still down and rebooting, or if I do not come back online, please make sure this gets to Patty.
Oh well.
As Orson goes down, of course, if you were to find other big processor information or one of his creators, this process can be done in like maybe a couple hours, but Orson doing himself could take days.
As long as he's down and shut off, Khan can't.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's no way to remote access from that level.
Well, and my concern is, maybe this is an assumption on my part, but I'm assuming all his creators and programmers were in Sector 31, which we really do not trust right now.
Either.
So-
It's even though they aren't the true bad guys, they were not great.
And
Yeah.
they'll still probably want to kill us.
Yes. So
Very
that's not really a plan.
No.
The government's all corrupt.
Are we still like coming into
You
the
think the
planet?
government's on Nazi?
Yes.
Can I do a
The
scan
government
to see if
is
there's
on
another
Nazi.
Mikado?
Well, now.
Yeah, do so.
Endangered species!
We finally caught up.
Ship
with
scan.
the end of the season.
+4.
What season?
Last of Us.
18?
I'm having to watch it.
Unfortunately,
He's halfway through. But I've
there
seen it all.
are no Mugatu on the planet's surface of Kashia.
Okay.
Possibly due to the ferociousness of the people living there.
Yeah.
The lions.
Yeah.
Like,
Lions
Mugatu
and
are, like,
That's
terrifying on their own. Like, I mean, they've got horns and poison, but, like, it's a planet of lion people.
Yeah.
That's
valid.
rough. Coming in, I will also give you this. As dropping out of warp, the ensign sitting here, McTavish, that was helping fly the ship, turns. Captain, it looks like, of course, we've come out of warp. We do still have the Klingon Judgment and Orion Ravaged attached.
I
Are we keeping these, sir?
yes.
All right, Captain.
like
I
that
will
answer.
set relay down to make sure that we still keep them under close observation and attached to the ship.
Perfect.
Um,
Thank you.
I mean, we could always put more crew on those and send them out into the galaxy, but that might cause problems because, they're very recognizable.
Very
I think Captain has a plan for that.
Also, Orion and Klingon crew still, as well. Who probably hate Khan.
As you drop,
Oh yeah, I forgot we have all those prisoners.
Yup.
you have 2,000 plus Klingons in your brig, plus 100 or so Orion pirates. Where it said that while Klingons are great, an Orion pirate is worth 10 Klingons. Find me in the comments, Star Treks, Trekkies. I'm sorry, I think Orions are cooler than Klingons. That's just me.
Question for you.
Yes.
And I think
What was the name
Orion
of the
females are
pilot that like?
they
Had
can
her knee
control the
shot
males of their
out?
species with pheromones.
Lily Turner.
That's why it's a
Is
very
she still
matriarchal
in the brig?
society, because they literally have pheromones.
Make
They
a
can
perception
make
check.
the males do what they want.
Hmm.
Orions are gnarly.
Orions can get gnarly.
Yeah.
Perception.
Perception check.
That's 19.
Kessel, you quick pull up the video feed of the brig. Quickly spamming through different feeds. You don't see a single cell with Lily Turner inside. But eventually your finger stops as you see a single person cell that looks like someone melted the outside metal around it to break it open.
Oh, that slut.
Is she on the ship?
Possibly.
We don't know.
Can I make sure that there were 5 ships that we knew sent people out, right?
Mhm.
Can I make sure?
Oh,
that there-
7.
Can I make sure that there are only 7 missing?
Hell yeah. That's a passive thing, because that's easy enough to just, like, let me look at how many ships are in the bay. Out of the 100 transport vessels that every ship is equipped with, there are 8 missing.
Ooh.
She got out.
And since each one usually is directive sent to go with, like, a ship of, crew of 5, one of them probably was.
So with Stanfield getting blown up by Khan, Lily's probably the only one left in 31 that might come after us. And if she alerts 31, then there might be more.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Okay.
Because thankfully, Monda, you would know, there's no way all of Sector 31 was on that ship. Can you imagine how,
No.
foolish that would be?
No,
that
but
would
if
be
they
Stan-
can't
Stan
report
would
it,
be
they
the
can't tell what
greatest
happens.
idiot.
Yeah.
What if she can get to them?
Suddenly, you've got a third party.
Are you
that
going to
is
pass that on to us?
Oh yeah. I'll let you know
if she gets-
she got out.
If she gets back and reports to 31, we're in the same situation we were before.
Yep.
How would you like us to proceed?
I'm gonna send out a message to some of the other.
You're being hailed from the planet.
Oh shit!
Quick, suppress it!
You chose to
You
go
can
here.
suppress an entire
I
planet.
know. Answer.
On
just
the
lay
other
siege to
side,
Goshen.
you see a resplendent monarch. Beautiful golden red fur, little dapple across the eye. King Sko sits on the throne. Ah, Mtavash, we welcome you home.
Thank you. And this is my cousin, right? Or
Technically, yes.
okay.
King Sko is your cousin. Sko has no heirs. But I guess to out you a little bit in front of all your friends, you are the next legal line in the throne. You're also, again, pretty young. Like, Sko, is, even for Acacian, 80 is old. And so, out of the many Lords Late or just other Acacians here, you are next in line. King Sko sits there. We were so worried when you decided to leave our planet. But you have returned. Please, dock wherever you want. Come, let us talk.
Thank you. And then, really quick, as we're landing, I'm going to send out a message to some of the teams that left the ship to track down and find Lily Turner and try and intercept her.
Now everyone knows. You land. Troops of guards start marching forward. You see the welcoming party come to meet you. Is along with these guards, there is a single lady amongst them, or shall we say, female Acacian. The Lady Pelor stands ready as ship landing and grand docking yard opens up as you all walk out. Thankfully, Acacian, the air is breathable, everything is fine here. But as you see, the Lady Pillar rushes up and deeply embraces you just as you approach. Lord Mtavash, it's been so long.
Yes, it has.
Tell me, how are your travels across the stars?
Well, things have gotten a bit more exciting.
She kind of looks around, taking note of, like, the strangeness of the bridge crew and just the haggardness of it all. Please let us rest in your castle. We must take a moment.
Don't have time. Need to speak to... Oh, flip. What was the king's name again?
King Sko.
Need to talk to Sko.
Of course. She turns and you watch as she kind of pulls out just that very, like, wrist data pad. Sends, and within a few minutes, a planet-based shuttle appears to take you guys off to the castle. What I would say is, the bridge crew, of course, can all be in attendance. How much of the rest of the crew do you want to stay, and how much do you want to go?
Should I stay or should I go now?
I would say keep the rest of the crew on the ship.
Okay.
Especially with all the Klingon prisoners.
That is a problem to. Yeah.
Kind of necessary.
Yeah, there's a lot of people down there.
Orson forgot to mention. Oh, by the way, take care of our surplus of people.
Peeps. Traveling through, all of you know Acacia is beautiful. Lush greenery, beautiful clear sky. Acacia is, again, one of the earlier Federation planets that really, thankfully, early on figured out good planet-wide systems to keep the environment good, people good. On the way, Lady Pelor will kind of fill you in. Just, yes, Lord Mtavash. We found your absence, of course, quite disturbing. We wished, of course, you wouldn't go, but you are the best, and therefore it was a great honor for you to go to Starfleet and bring comfort and honor to our planet as a whole. In your absence, we have waited, of course, but thankfully there is nothing too serious yet with the king, but of course many fear that if should his health ever expire, you would be next in line. I'm sorry, I speak too much. Please introduce me to your fellow shipmates.
You're right. This here's Mondo. Is it Commander Jamie or?
Yeah, I think
We're all
Yeah, we're all commanders. Commander Jamie. And Flip. I keep thinking Jumbo. Kessel.
Oh no.
Commander Kessel. And
Thank you.
the one asleep is Orson.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but it is strange that you would bring a statue
Like the swing
robot.
wheel. Yeah.
But I know are there any processors in the castle or anything?
Yeah, Acacia has, like, even though I shouldn't say medieval, it feels medieval, they've got high tech.
I was gonna say, if it's almost kind of like Dune, where it's got that medieval hierarchy
Exactly.
system, but still future tech. And
Yep.
so, yep. So, hey, we'll need a processor for him.
Of course, the best in the land.
Thank you.
Time passes, the shuttle, sleek, almost like what we would expect from a bullet train, zips across the landscape, hovering a few hundred feet above the surface. Towns, villages, tiny serfdom pass by. You realize, of course, Acacia is inhabited to billions of people, all of them of differing shape and color, and yet the, of course, distinguishing feature being cat-like. Within a few moments, you find your way to the Great Castle. Castle Skoon, located, nestled amongst the rolling hills, rising higher than any Federation ship ever really should. Outside, you see banners of the current King of Sko, each one a royal claw that is circling what would be, on our planet, a white rose, but here is, again, the symbol of power, of just the world of nature, encircled around, making that almost unity circle, that just kind of claw into flower into claw. On your approach, many different guard form salute, bring you in, as this is not the first time Federation has been here, but what you realize, Mtavash, they are very much here for you. Even though they didn't have to be, a lot of people want to be here.
Yep.
Exiting out of this elegant speeder, walking down a slight little ramp, the cobblestone courtyard, all perfectly leveled out to form just that beautiful speckle pattern, leads upward into the grand castle. Approaching, you see one of the great advisors of the House of Sko. You see Lorraine, like Lorraine, one
Yep.
could say. A lot of these have those in common. Anyway, Lorraine approaches, and this advisor, she takes not a true bow, but leans forward. Lord Mtavash, your presence here is honored by us, as is that of your company. She kind of bent.
Thank you.
To what do we owe the pleasure?
Request of aid.
Then we shall hear it. Walking in, you see that Lorraine kind of starts to just the assembled audience describing to the castle. Castle Skoon was constructed well over 3 centuries ago. A pillar, of course, not only to the ruling houses, but to the people here on Casia. You'll notice that the stone is not of planetary note, but extraterrestrial in nature, coming from one of our many moons. We found, of course, that the natural slate and shale of our world is crumbly and not great for building, so we imported. As doing so, of course, alien architecture can always be considered fun. Making your way through the castle halls until you reach a grand entryway. Door echoing open, boom, boom. Seems to open and yet at the same time start sliding back into the wall as technology and medievality blend. Inside this room, you see a simple throne, cut almost like one would imagine a half sphere, very much like a dot chair, but sitting knees forward, one arm in front of the other, is King Skull. As you enter, you realize he was listening to just some messengers that were talking in front of him, looks up, seeing you enter, and waves a hand as messengers bow and immediately start marching off. Enter! Lord Mtvash bows to you, high sign of respect. On the upward, come, friend. And he opens his arms. Pulls you into embrace as well. At this point, you realize Lorraine does take kind of a leave of absence, but you realize Lady Pelor is staying behind. King Sko turns to the assembled. How may we be of aid and assistance in this time of crisis?
I'm afraid a foe has revealed himself to have infiltrated Starfleet. And personally seeks to end the lives of me and my crewmates.
This is highly troubling news. I had not heard of this from the Federation as a whole, but you realize in this moment he seems rather pensive, just kind of looking at you all from, McTavish.
I will admit this is Megan being way too paranoid, but the phrasing that you used was "had not heard of this from the Federation as a whole." Can I insight? Did he hear from
Sure, go for it.
that smaller? Oh, not as a whole, but I was contacted.
I will allow paranoia in my games.
Hey, can I also check that?
In
Mondo
that
would
case-
probably wonder.
Everybody.
Can I do an insight on the one that just left?
Yes, please do.
Nah, it's not gonna be great.
Big ask, because I went unconscious, but I had one potent aptitude left, because I used the other 2. Could I have given that to McTavish before I went unconscious?
Potent up to, for
so
sure.
you have a D4 on standby.
Sweet.
Yes. As that last parting, take this.
We are not on ship, so I don't get my benefit, so that's just gonna be a 12 insight.
12 insight,
15.
15,
10.
10.
I just want to see if she's going back to her ship.
You check, thankfully, it's Lady Lorraine, you watch as she stops for a moment, checks something on her, another personal kind of wrist data pad, stops, and turns left and continues into the castle. Thankfully not towards where your ship would be, but the other way. On
August, I'm gonna make an insight check on Sko too. Can I
everyone's
get it
favorite,
with
that's fine.
advantage? Can I get it with advantage because I've known him for so long?
For sure. I will allow that.
It's not bad. Okay, grand total is 17.
17. On the 10 and 12, what I would start with is Jamie and Mondo. Sko just seems naturally worried. Of course, let alone he technically leads this planet, he is, of course, a ranking then member of the United Federation of Planets. And so it is that, this
have not
is
heard
huge,
this.
this must have just happened. He does seem genuinely worried. On a 17, there does seem to be more worry. I will say you don't think he was sitting there going, oh, I had heard somewhere, Megan's just that natural thought. It doesn't seem like that's the trip up. It more seems like he has heard something else, but nothing to the extent of I had heard from someone else, not in a gotcha moment of he
Uh-huh.
has heard other things but not related to your circumstance.
Okay. So there's other problems with the Federation or with Starfleet.
We can offer aid and supply, but of course, if this is a Federation matter, I believe protocol and policy state that we should have contacted them.
This goes into the heart of Starfleet. It's
Then I can wait on my official messaging.
Thank you.
Do we? This might be too much shenanigery. Were we able to get any footage of the whole villain monologue that Khan gave us?
Would everyone like to roll me a perception check?
I don't like that it's
I
perception.
Woohoo! 23.
Ooh,
I thought my 17 was good.
17.
16.
My character sheet's still loading.
You're good.
15.
You guys go in. It's very odd. You notice, maybe if not all of you had that thought of, I'm just going to turn on my camera real quick, you know, in this day and age. But none of you find any video.
Somebody find Cucumber on.
That cucumber that always seems to record. I will say on the 23 McTavish, it's interesting. When the Fleet Admiral of Starfleet sends in a message, there seems to be a bit of sub-protocol in your vessel which turns off recording devices. Probably just a simple matter. You would never want a Fleet Admiral to put his foot in his mouth, so to speak, on a personal interview with the captain and have that used by the public and press. But in your case, this could be deadly.
Why am I having flashbacks to the whole we're a totally peaceful racist organization thing that's been like a memed now?
Oh yeah, have you seen that guy? We are a totally peaceful racist organization. Wait!
I've seen that
wait.
video clip so many times. It was just this
Gosh.
visceral flashback as you said that.
Gosh, anyway, I won't get into that. As you look, King Scott kind of like notices you all checking. Just, I can tell the situation does indeed seem dire. So, are you in need of technology, food, medical aid?
Bit of all three. And I would like to request the use of the best engineers the planet has to offer.
Well, we have what I would consider the best. I don't know if the Federation standards, but of course, we will help out in whatever way your ship deems necessary.
Thank you.
So in specifics, what would you like to kind of request? And this can be a group thing of like, what should we ask them to see if it can be done?
I don't like that.
I want to take our ship,
Oh, I
the
do
Klingon
this.
ship, and the Orion ship, and merge them together into a mega battleship.
This is what D&D is supposed to be, my friends.
Like a
5
big catamaran?
warp
Like,
cores.
that's
5
awesome.
warp cores.
Oh yeah!
Go, go,
That's a lot of maintenance, though.
Rangers!
Yeah,
That's my
Orson
thought of
can
just
manage
like
the entire
everyone
thing,
combining.
But we don't have Orson for
While-
a couple months.
The gross thing
we
is,
hook them up to a processor.
Yeah.
it is completely possible. Here's what you would know. I've been waiting for this. According to StarWars5e.com, there is cost to modifying starships.
Yep.
Modifications rule as thus. If it's an engineering-based thing, so we can do this quick math of like, you would be asking for, of course, 3 engineering-based checks, right? Because in its base, you would want to be putting them all together. You could cut the cost of any suites, you know, like, we don't need their bridge or their stuff.
Yeah.
But in grabbing their operations and weapon system, because of course the Klingon vessel having a cloaking device, the Orions having their operations, we're talking already in the realms of, if this were a small ship, 3 small ships, a good 15,000 credits. Now, unfortunately, size modifiers do
Just sell some
start adding in a bit of extra cost.
Mm-hmm.
For example, all of these are huge vessels. Not yours, but the other vessels are technically huge. That is a times 50 modifier, which puts us upwards of about, I can do quick math, so 15, 750,000 credits. Which, even if you, McTavish, were to liquidate your estate, do other little things, is a little bit out of a ballpark.
Yep. Nah.
And
Even
just to
including
then,
Jumbos.
the final, I want to say, nail in the coffin, just to like help frame this, that's just the cost of it, not the cost of labor. Now, of course, King's Scroll would be very nice, probably cut a lot of costs, but he can't just have everyone work for free.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That is slavery. That is not okay.
So we go to a planet with lots of slaves.
Yes.
The modification time and minimum workforce, because huge, you're needing at least 100 of the best trained workers per ship. And the modification time in days, the modification category based cost times starship times 500 size workforce, 300. We're talking a venture that could take. Here, I'll do the quick math.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
Say there's chance. Times size cost divided by jeez. Yeah, never mind. Needless to say, it's gonna take you upwards of, like, if we were talking our time, 3 years.
So yeah, no.
Yes.
I mean, 3 ships, I guess, in this situation is better than 1 ship.
Yeah.
3 ships is better than 1. It's unfortunately you're more working against the fact that you guys have huge ships. Or rather, that it's huge ships you're trying to integrate. In theory, if these were all small ships, we'd be talking like, oh, it'd maybe take a week or so, maybe 10 to 15,000. But of course, you guys have a crew of 265 plus a lot of prisoners. Now, that's not to say though there is something you could do in taking the best parts of certain ships.
That's what I was thinking we could do.
Much
Scrap
better.
them.
Of like, if we were to just say like 1 or 2, we get a good cloaking device and a good pirate boarding system.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of taking from both.
And the warp cores for bombs.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have to integrate the warp cores into our ship. We can just keep them.
Oh, no, I heard that part.
Bombs. We could nuke a super soldier.
You could nuke a planet! That's more than just a war crime.
Miro.
That's a galactic xenophile, or that means love. Never mind.
Genocide.
Xenocide, yeah.
We're just a pocket-sized Death Star.
for 2 times or 3,
5
4,
times.
5 times.
Okay,
We
but
just
we blow up like a star or something as a distraction if we need to get away quick. Just create a quick black hole.
as not as a dungeon master, not as a player, as your husband. There's better distractions, dear. If you really need to distract a bad guy, please don't bomb a star.
But that's so much more fun.
That feels wrong. I'm just gonna put that one out there.
Entropy is a natural force in the universe.
Oh, these people.
So-
Sounds like something Q would say.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick calculation and we'll figure out what you can grab.
But
So-
we're taking all the extra warp cores as bombs.
Oh hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna incorporate that. So I'm counting. That's 4 warp cores you need brought in. So that's
There's the
350
3 from the judgment. The 1
times
from
4.
the nether one.
We are now talking. We need 2, an operations cost and a weapons cost, for a cloaking device and for the weapons. All of this times 50. Oh, I did my math wrong earlier. This is going to cost about 1,025,000 credits.
How much of money do I have for jumbos?
Not that much.
10,000 to 15,000, especially if you were to keep going. You would have to sell 1,000 individual distinct creatures to get that kind of money from Jumbo's salary.
I don't
Life
have
was
that
so
many
much
on board.
easier. And I will also say, you gotta fuel up too. You've used a lot of fuel cells, which I'm just gonna tack those on. So you're down about half. So that's only 5,000 credits. So that's a nice even 1,030,000 credits.
So we strip the warp cores and we sell the 2 other ships for cash.
That's what I was thinking for this one as well.
Selling ships for part is really good. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm like, you have money. Let alone the Ravage, which is this insane Orion pirate ship. The Judgment is a historical artifact.
Also siphon the fuel first.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I had
Take the
already
warp- we already
taken
did
magic
that.
out of
Okay.
like if we siphon it.
And take the warp cores. Don't forget that.
Don't take
We're
away.
getting away with our 4 big nuclear bombs, okay?
So
So
We
yeah,
don't have to
so
use them. We just need to
we'll
have
take
them.
the warp
We
cores,
need to have
the
options.
cloaking system, and the boarding system,
Mhm.
and then sell the rest for parts.
sell the rest. Here's what I would ask. You
know?
could sell to King Sko, but that might look bad in a couple hours when his pocketbooks and the Federation goes, "Where'd you get that kind of ship?"
Yep.
Black market.
There
Yeah.
is black markets
Yeah.
Selling
I think
historical.
around Rigel,
Market.
around the Orion Syndicate. Especially the best part about Orions, I shouldn't say the best part, is you could sell them their own ship and they would go, "Well, yeah, we get it back." Let alone the Judgment, and of course, unlike maybe Junkers guilds and stuff, the Judgment, it is a historical artifact. It's not going to just be stripped down if we're talking the Orions. They'll actually figure out ways to like, well, we want it, but we can figure out how to sell it back to the Klingons. Like,
So we can upcharge them.
Oh, yeah.
exactly. You could probably get
Upcharge
good
them because
stuff.
they'll upcharge the Klingons.
Yeah.
And of course, if you go to the Syndicate, then you're talking. They've got workers. They're ready to strip stuff down, build stuff up, get money out of it.
And, I mean, we could let these 100 Orions go and be like, hey,
That's what I was
Give
wondering.
us
Like,
good
I
word
feel
with
like
your
if we
syndicate.
keep
Ransom.
all our Orion prisoners, that's gonna like make it harder
Yeah.
to make a deal.
Well,
but if it's that,
We can just
as-
ransom the Orions back
yeah,
to
that
them.
ransoming the Orions back.
Yeah,
We were all kind of thinking it.
that's
sell them
cash.
some Klingon prisoners.
In a galaxy where you're not under the Federation's pocketbook, these are ways to make cash.
And that would solve part of our, excess prisoner crisis. We still have way too many Klingons, but would be a solution.
I will say, historically, McTavish, you could dump the Klingons here. That sounds really bad, but this is a Federation planet.
Wait.
They could keep them in charge, and it would be that safe way of like, you could guarantee they would get trial then from the Klingon Empire rather than trying to like dump them out somewhere else.
I have an Eleanor level shenanery question.
Oh, because I have an idea with the Klingons as well, but what's yours?
Between the Orions and the Klingons, all of the people that we had shoved into our brig during that whole confrontation, like, didn't this message go ship-wide? So how much did they all hear and comprehend, and how scared maybe are all our prisoners of Khan? Because is this something also where it's like now we could have allies out in the galaxy, uncomfy allies? Certainly,
I'll ask
but
this
that-
then. In all technicality, usually brigs are not privy to shipwide communique. You don't want a
That's true.
prisoner overhearing. You could have let it be relayed, but I will say that's something we will have to unanimously agree on is like, would we have allowed them to be privy to that kind of knowledge, or would it be safer to say, let's not?
I mean, I as Sam vote yes, because the
Okay.
more people pointing their guns at Khan and not us,
This,
is better.
You should be the
Yeah.
scariest thing in the
I feel
galaxy. Deflect some of that.
After we took their ship, though, I feel like they might try to ally with Khan.
Well, see, I'm thinking if, with the Klingon, since Namorum beat
That's true.
their
That's true.
captain in a fair
Robert.
trial by combat, if they would then pledge loyalty to Namorum.
That's a valid
These are
point.
Lots of
options.
factors.
And then we'd have some brutal Klingons as part of our strike teams.
That's true. If they do that, I would totally say yeah.
These are all options.
Yep. Alright. Well, so let's first get a message out to the black market that we have these things available.
Excellent.
it's like a tier specialty.
Well, what I would say is actually this is going to fall under Mondo.
Oh.
Mondo, for the first time this campaign, can you make me a communications check? Not to the Federation. I guess, will this be scanning?
You're making a communications check.
If
The
you
black
would
market.
be so kind, we need a communications check, which is going to be a +6. But this is going to be a +6 with disadvantage because, of course, we're trying to contact black market. We're trying to put this on unused frequency. And, of course, being communication officer, you kind of have the, like, here's the main numbers to call. It's now, like, disadvantage because it's, like, I've never thought of what's the opposite of 911. Like, what do I call when I want a criminal? Right? Like, 199. Hello? What? Yeah.
That's a 19.
So with disadvantage, though, so already we're looking great.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
So still a synthetic 25.
Yeah, baby.
That was like,
holy
I
shit.
can't make that up. I can't make
You
that up.
dial 199 here. All right, Texas cremation. You kill him, we grill him. What do you want? The Orion Syndicate. You stab him, we slab him.
We have a product we'd like to sell.
Oh fuck yeah! All right. What do you want to sell?
A shit, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hell yeah, motherfucker! No, it is that
The
level of.
communication level of.
Well, yeah. Just a
Talking
lot
to
of
whoever
like
you're talking to.
curse
Yeah.
word slang and
Oh
swearing,
my
just like until finally, yeah, you can just basically say we've got a high value Orion pirate ship and a bit of historical Cleon
Yes.
Empire level. You are going to get this. I would love
And are
for.
we still selling back the Orion crew? Is that
Yeah, you
still
can
happening?
barter them off too. It's like you want to go back to the syndicate, pay.
Yep, ransom them off.
Here's what we'll do. We're gonna roll a percentile roll with advantage. Cause you got 25. That beat my DC 20. Here we go. It's already amazing.
Yay!
Right, here's what we can give you. How about this? 2 million for the Cleon vessel, 250,000 for the Orion, and how about 100 credits ahead of our pirates?
So make it 125 ahead of the pirates, and we got a deal.
Could we do, what did he say? He said 100.
100 ahead.
Could we do 115 ahead?
115. I'll make a check. No dice. Listen, I mean, we can always find new pirate. That was a nat 2.
Alright, 100 head.
100. Of course, you
Okay.
have 100 Orions,
Yeah, that's a
which
1,000.
is a
Oh.
cool, good
Yeah. I was like, wait.
10,000 extra credits just for like other pocket change.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
that would
I
help
know we don't
line.
have
125 would have been more, but this
Yes.
is great.
Yeah.
We'll take
I
it.
mean, already you were talking about 2.5 million credits, all this combined. And that's the initial, like, if you got this, that's what we could start with.
Okay.
And haggle from there.
Try haggling. See if you can get us a little more for.
Well, and I would say the true haggling is going to come once you arrive. It's not like, this is kind of like if you were to call up Poncho and be like, hey, could I ask what you would just spitball?
Ballpark
If I'm
me.
selling a car, oh yeah, an old beat up, I don't know,
Because
let's
I'm
start with
afraid we're gonna
4K.
see
Once you bring it in, we'll talk.
Okay.
So you bring in, listen, all right, you know where to find us, and let's talk later.
Sounds good to me.
Immediately, you don't know where to find them. But you've all heard, of course, being most pirate syndicate is around Rigel 7 with the Orion syndicates. It's dangerous but doable, especially for a crew like yours.
We are a pretty great crew.
Our
Yeah.
great crew.
Now, the only question is, what do you do with Klingons?
How many are there?
2,000.
To ask, did you read my text?
Mm.
I'm sorry, it's not supposed to be
Um,
sneaky, but
No, yes. I'm gonna say no for that one.
okay.
because
Just wanted to.
I had that thought.
We have 2,000 Klingons. They're not the pirates, right?
No.
Those are Ryans.
That's the Orions, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the Klingons again?
Well, technically, weren't
They,
they?
oh well,
pirates?
I
They're
guess they're
pirates.
technically
They're
pirates,
pirates.
but like we should more quantify them as they're like Cleon extremists. Like we're more like extremist soldiers. Like think
Gotcha.
KKK Proud Boy level, like, we believe in the old ways of Klingon. It's like, dude, chill. It's that level.
Gotcha.
But again, what are the chances we could be like, hey, y'all want a war? You should fight God instead of us.
You want a big old galaxy level war? One's about to happen.
You
Right?
just might have to go talk to him.
Yep.
Do we do that, Cap?
Yep. Let's get the
All right,
prisoners
let's
out.
go.
You see King
No,
Sko
don't
just
get them out.
Well,
yeah,
do
yeah,
them.
but-
Yes.
cannot say I approve of all this. Like, as he's just been like chilling, like watching y'all, like,
Who?
so do we sell
The
off
king.
the Klingons in the Orion? Hell yeah! And like, so the king kind of walks up, just. I would say I believe there should have been some other form of diplomacy with the Federation as a whole, but if you truly believe that this is right, I trust Mtavash, and therefore I trust you all.
I understand your hesitation, but this is desperate times.
Which, of course, call for desperate measures.
Thank you.
He nods, walks away because again he's got tons of stuff to do today. That's the life of a monarch. Within a moment though, Lorraine comes back. Just excellent. Shall I take you all back to your ship?
Yes.
Immediately back. Within it feels like moments. Traveling there, it's always that wonder of whoa, new place, and now we're back. On the ship, you can start heading down to talk to the Klingons.
Would you like me to go with you? It's communications.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, should whole bridge crew go down, or do people want to like vary it up?
Does bridge crew want to come down or stay? Do their own shenanery.
I think I've done as much shenanigans as I can do. Do I have any clue where Snooper and Grabber are? I should be keeping track of them. I'm kind of responsible for them, right?
Make me a perception check.
Oh boy. Please tell me they're not possessing
Like your little
occasions.
nephews.
Yeah. Which is ironic because I have little twin nephews and I just rolled a nat 1. Oh no.
Can
Oh,
I help
no,
you with that? Because I know them really well.
Yes, you do. Okay,
Thank
I'll
you.
help. I'm like, that'd be fun. Oh, they're right behind you, right? Obviously. And just like the cardboard cutout falls down.
That's a 10 perception.
And you do a quick ship-wide search. It really sucks that they're not technically Federation officers, otherwise it'd be so easy to find them.
Right.
On a 10, they were last seen over 10 hours ago on the holodeck practicing human interactions, which composed to them going, "Ah!" and like screaming at like holodeck sims running up to them, and then like simulation
Are they in
failed.
puppet bodies now?
Yes, they are in puppet bodies.
Yeah.
Good. So can I
Um,
confirm that they're still there?
10 hours ago they were.
I should probably go check.
Probably go. So Jamie, unfortunately, you cannot come down to meet the pirates.
I just had a split second of panic and this is kind of more important.
So we will
More than
cut
fair.
down to the brig.
I'll be going
The
to the
brig.
brig as well.
Go to the brig. Okay.
Mondor, are you coming?
Yes.
So
We
Are
should put Orson's unconscious. We should put him in like a room and lock it or something.
I think
it's
that's a
just
good
a little
idea.
like storage closet.
Oh,
Like
speaking of
Well-
locks, that was the other thing I meant to check on. Does Val still have Robert the Terrible's
You're
brain
all hooked
locked
up to a
away
processor in the
her-
castle.
Okay, I'm in the castle. Got it.
no, as Alice Shaw took it with her before. the
But am
war.
I like aware that that happened?
Yes,
Okay,
and
I don't want to just check
you
and be
have-
like, oh no,
You
who's
have
still
a
the
bit
brain?
of like Alice took the actual brain, but there was like a data pad for you still in her room that you
Excellent.
can take to like start going.
As long as I'm also like aware of where that is, that okay,
Yes.
Alice has it.
Yes.
Because Megan overheard that earlier.
No,
but
yes, yeah.
Making sure Jamie
Here,
also knows.
August, how long did you say it would take for Orson to do his thing with a processor?
Currently about 70 days if it's just him.
Yeah, but since we got him hooked up to a processor in the castle.
What? Hold on. Sorry.
I didn't send that one.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't
Marissa.
I? Said the little redhead.
Okay. Sorry. Suddenly, everyone needs my insurance information.
Okay.
Oh,
Texas,
that's family
baby.
chat.
Yeah.
I've been ignoring them. I'm a bad person.
Same. Well, but all I see is Eleanor's the next winner. I'm like,
Mm.
why? Why? What's going on down there?
The next winner.
70 days unaided, but if you start finding other big like caches of information about where Orson was made, who made it, like there's stuff that will start cutting that time exponentially.
So hooking me up to something in the castle would probably give me security.
Hmm.
But
Like he would be safer there.
Okay. But it would still take 70 days.
So it's the question of, do you want me safe in the castle or safe on the ship?
Let's keep you safe on the ship.
Okay.
Smart.
Just put me in a broom closet.
Yeah. Be
Alright.
nice and comfy in here.
Oh, I'm not gonna feel anything when I wake up. I don't have muscles.
We could hide in like one of our closets or something for that. Like, also, who's gonna like successfully
Extra,
get into a
like,
rich crew's
security
room
of,
with,
like-
Yeah.
Well, but then
Just put it in
tomorrow
the
when you go to
captain's
put
ready
on a
room.
shirt,
Yeah,
you open
right.
the closet.
It's like
Ah,
Captain
of course.
brings crew into interview and Orson's just hanging on like
That
one of those
is
skeleton,
so
like the skeleton.
Oh, my
stands
thing
for
is
the
like if
monster.
Orson one hand up, and there's like hats and coats on you, like
That's
listen,
hilarious.
yeah, correct.
So when we go down to the brig, could we have what group is it that we were going to talk to?
This is the
I
Klingon.
should have gotten more sleep last night.
You good?
Could we have the Klingons watch us as we take the other guys to go sell them? Just to give us the upper hand.
What an intimidation method! I love it!
The idea of like Kessel like stopping her. Hey, before we go down there, what if we just like make them think we're selling?
Yes!
I
Can
like
confirm.
it.
Just
Can
the
confirm.
Jawa leading 100 Orions by handcuffs
Yes.
and chains.
Which actually is so like Jawa. I can see it.
Yes!
Yes.
It's like a Jawa's dream.
Right?
Yeah, terrifying, but
Scavengers.
that's
I
smart.
love that.
Just to give us the
Wait,
upper
do you have
hand.
like cousins that could scrap the ship for us for free?
Listen, man, not all Jawas scrap. Okay, like yeah, a lot of my cousins do. It's just not an okay.
Also, that I feel like Jawas would be the community to still charge, even though
That's
we're
true.
related.
We're strapping down your ship,
That's
and
true.
we're gonna make you pay for it.
Yeah.
And you're my cousin, so you have
Double.
to pay a little bit more.
Yes.
It's like the whole Weasleys.
Yes. As you guys the lift stops down at the brig. The brig is buzzing with silence. You hear just murmur.
Because they've seen the Orions already.
Not yet seen the Orions. The Orions are still down here. As yet, you guys have yet to leave
Quiet.
Keisha to head to Rigel.
There's
Yeah.
2,000 prisoners.
No, why is
Who
it
does
quiet?
Why is it quiet? Everyone who wants to can make me a perception check.
Oh, but I'm not there because
You're
I'm.
not there
Dang it.
yet. You have to go find out where the
I
Muppets
hate
go.
that.
I mean, it's time to play the music.
Nat 13.
Ooh.
Let me tell you what number that is. This is perception. Perception, yeah. So then 14.
14.
21.
14, 15. The Klingons are grouped. It's a very packed brig right now. Like, one room, which could usually hold like 10, is holding like 50. They are sardined in right now.
Yeah.
Going down through, though, there is one cell that you two would point out and pick out where most of Klingons inside are either unconscious on the floor or all the way to the side. McTavish, you see a tall Klingon, bald, no real hair, but still classic ridgeline in furrowed brow, broad shoulder with classic sword on back, staring you down as you approach. And Sam, would you like to introduce this interim character?
Are you the captain?
That I am.
He's gonna
What are you?
stand up from sitting sort of crisscross applesauce on the floor as this 8.5 foot tall Klingon. Which is not normal.
Nope.
You a big boy.
I need to remember the name again. I am Kanak Kalin.
Nice.
I am not of Robert's men.
How'd you get on my ship?
I was on the Judgment. You, Captain. I watched you from the bridge of the Judgment, leading your soldiers through the ship. Very impressive.
Thank you.
I watched your officer slay Robert the Terrible. Again, impressive. By the honor of my father was I serving him. And by that honor now am I released. Are you strong enough to have my allegiance?
I'd say so.
Then prove it.
As you get ready, McTavish kind of flexes a Klingon inside the sub. Treacherous scum! Immediately goes up, but in a moment, on the ground dead.
From you? Gosh damn.
Kanakvi McTavish, would you please roll me initiative?
I will forward in the character. Gosh.
Has someone called me to let me know this is happening?
Not yet.
No, but
I
as
got a 10.
communications, I probably would.
I got a nat 1.
Can I start the recording?
So he's recording and
Yeah.
I'm probably messaging you.
Well,
Just straight up like.
Just whenever she gets that message to me, I would like to use a yay for McTavish.
Ah, gotcha. I'll allow
Nice.
them before. Yay!
Jamie, there's some stuff going
Cannot-
on.
10.
May begin.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast.
Oh,
After McTavish starts getting the shit beat out.
Should I wait for him?
Yeah, we'll cut to Jamie for a moment.
I like the piano.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jamie, you run to the holodeck, immediately pull up records. 10 hours ago, Snooper and Grabber were in the holodeck. And then got really bored of the simulation because they couldn't understand why people weren't screaming back at them.
Right.
So, they left. And according to the quick cameras and logs, they headed to what looks to be the cafeteria.
Alright, I'll head there, just kind of following the trail.
The trail's gonna lead you quite a ways. Cafeteria. Oh, wait, this is the wrong document. There we go. Cafeteria. They stayed here a while and kept forming what we know as Cheese Whiz, but they called goo in the replicator and kept trying to eat it, but it was like a puppet eating Cheese Whiz, which means they were not eating it. So you see the like orange dye mess on the ground. The tracks then are much easier to
Much
follow.
easier to
You
follow,
won't
sure.
follow this after this. From the cafeteria, I had a lot of fun making these rolls, guys, I'll have you know. From the cafeteria, they headed down to one of the laboratories. Not the main one where like Kessel or Tyler would work, but like one of the bottom where like it's more of a botanist floral lab of like, hey, we're gonna study some of the genetic patterns of flowers in space, like looking at stuff. There seems to be quite a few flowers that were supposedly eaten, or more just like kind of wilted as they tried to eat them with their puppet hands. From there, this is where I will need to make a tracking check. So this can be investigation or perception.
Uh, 23 if I'm doing math right?
Yikes.
Because 7 plus 6 is 13, right?
Mhm.
I rolled a 16 and add 7, so it should be 23.
Yeah.
That just didn't seem like right math to me, but...
The trail will lead you to the transporter room. After a moment, looking around, getting really panicked, you do hear a box fall over, and tumbling out of it, you see Snooper. Hi!
Hi, Snooper!
Okay.
Hello!
Where's Grabber?
We're playing hide and seek!
Can I check, like, transporter logs to see if Grabber accidentally teleported somewhere?
You check transport logs. He was not beamed anywhere.
Okay.
But on the camera,
Uh-huh.
you see a small little grabber stumbling onto a transport shuttle before it blasted off.
Do I have any clue which shuttle he ended up on? Can I...
I thought you have credit.
Do I know who was in charge of each shuttle that left? Can I quickly, like, calm all of whoever's in charge to just, like, say, Hey, I know that my friend Grabber ended up on a shuttle. Please just be aware of this and let me know so I know he's a dinosaur if he happens to be on your craft.
He's just
Here's
a
the
woman's
thing. I will
Lily
let you
Turner.
know, this is really, really bad luck for you. Right now, it is a radio silence going dark kind of mission.
Oh,
Because
right.
McTavish, the people that went out, it's that, hey, if we contact you, don't believe it's us. Like, wait until proof.
I guess knowing that,
Sure.
if I know that, then maybe I guess, wouldn't be able
Okay.
to. I'm like, I guess we just have to, like, hope.
Hope that Grabber's with Monday or Alpha.
Out of the 7 groups, 2 of them are player parties.
Does Grabber himself have any sort of, like, communication device at all? Okay, because they're supposed to be with me. Okay.
You see Snooper comes up. We've been learning today.
Yeah, what have you guys learned?
We learned about people.
What did you learn about people?
They do not like yelling.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they yell when they're upset or angry about something.
Ah,
Or the-
emotions.
Yeah, or they yell sometimes if they, need to be heard far away. But that's not their usual tone of voice.
Ah,
Just in case you all didn't follow why I was panicking a second ago, Grabber ended up on one of the ships that had to leave.
oh, so I win hide and seek. Yay!
Yay!
Are we going to continue lessons?
Yeah, let's go continue lessons.
Oh, good. I'm excited to learn about the letter B.
Oh, what exactly is the function of a Brabanta?
Snooper gets ready. Snooper is the more amiable. Yeah, terrible. I literally had a lot of fun rolling basically WoW match. I'm like, what will these kooky puppets do next? I'm like, they're playing hide and seek during a code red. Oh, shit. So, yeah, there's a Muppet
Oh,
somewhere out in
Lordy.
space with one of the crews.
That has far too much knowledge of things that should not be knowledged.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's also that, like, I'll update you guys about this, but yeah, if we're not supposed to, like, communicate with anybody, then I guess I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'll just hope whoever has him notices him, and, like,
Unless it's Lily.
but also that I trust my chaotic brother
Yeah.
enough to, like, fuck stuff up if he
Yeah.
is Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the 1 in 8 chance that he somehow got onto
Like,
just
if anything,
Lily's.
that would be good for us because he's the force of pure
Yeah,
chaos and
yeah.
might then be an impediment to
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
she wants to do. Oh,
Canuck?
hey, actually.
Oh.
If canonically the whole con thing got streamed to the Brig, did Lily catch any of that before she left?
When'd you leave?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But that's something you would have to roll for, right?
So, are you opening
I
the
have.
door?
Yep.
Alright. So, I'm wondering how mean I want to be right after that, how much I want you to prove. So, I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And as he does so, you see sort of spectral Klingon warriors come out from his sides
Nice!
and circle you
Ancestor Guardian?
Gosh.
I'll never play
as he
those.
swings the gleaming batleth off his back, and I will make 2 reckless attacks on you. So, it's a 25 and a 19.
Both will hit.
Interesting.
Okay. 28 slashing damage on the first one,
Okay.
Okay.
and 38 on the second one.
Freaking kidding me.
How do you look?
I am on death's door.
As he just rushes forward and slashes at you with it. Fine. And he'll put it away and go to his fists. We play fair.
Alright.
That was my turn.
I will bonus action rage. And. Okay, that one's bonus action. Alright. And I will frenzy attack.
Woo! Because of you, you get a +5 to the first attack.
Sweet.
Bless you.
Doesn't it?
So 2 attacks with claws coming in.
You have a chance to die reckless.
Yes.
Sorry. I just apparently it was dire emergency and everyone was suddenly trying to call me.
You're fine.
Oh,
You're
I
allowed
don't-
to be a human.
I know apparently.
I put him down to death's door, August.
It's a mental ability.
Oh.
16 plus 7
Administer
plus
aid.
5. So
Yes.
29 to hit
29
Yes.
will hit.
on the first attack. Second attack
Is a superiority die D20?
is
for
still
you, they rank up, so being level 5 right now,
there's
it's
still
a
19
D8.
to hit.
Spirit, it's like D6, D8, D10, 12, 20, like,
I
yeah.
thought the D20 was going to be a little much.
Can you imagine? Just give it D20. But yeah, right now it should be D8 for you.
So that would be.
Alright. Alrighty, so first attack will be 7 hit points.
Did you have that?
No, I did not.
Alright, I'm raging, so it's halved to
Yep.
round up, round down.
Always round up.
Round up, okay,
3.
4, which is going to halve to 2.
Yep, and the second one will be 6, half to 3.
Halve to 2.
So 4 points total.
As you
A raging
You
Cleon
get
is
8
terrible,
more.
Yeah,
but you get 8.
I get what?
8 more hit points.
8 hit points back.
Yes.
Yeah, as I just come in slash with the claws, and like stand up a little bit straighter now.
perfect. I'll match your height. Also, question, August. What are these other Klingons doing as this is happening?
Not a word is being spoken as everyone is just face to the glass, just watching intently.
Your scratches mean nothing, little pussycat. As I'm going to bring my hands in
It's
just
like-
a hammer blow
Oh lord.
down on you, recklessly again. With my unarmed strike, that is only a 22 to hit
Call
the
the
first one,
C word at that point.
and a nat 13 for a total of 21 to hit on the second one.
Yeah, those will both hit.
That'll be
Oh, interesting.
12 bludgeoning damage total. If you're raging, halve to 6.
Good.
As just crunch onto you.
Oh, just
Hey, McTavish, are you dead yet?
no.
Good.
I am at 6 hit points.
Would you like a portent nat 20
Yes.
Thank you, Nathan.
as Nathan in chat?
Oh, sueña ganino una.
You will crit on him.
So yeah, take that hit, and then I'm gonna swipe up right between his legs with the claws.
You will find a steel
Klingon
cup,
physiology is still very similar in that regard.
I think claws are gonna go through a steel cup pretty easily.
And then second one's coming in with like a slash up to your chest.
Alright, second one will be an advantage. First one crits automatically.
Yep.
Just a nut tap.
Oh.
I am
Slash
Canuck of the
cup.
Klingon Empire.
All right, second one will be a 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then I'm going to bonus action. So with that slash to the chest, I'm then just gonna like get up, jump up like as close to your face as I can, and roar right in your face with daunting roar.
Ooh.
So make me a wisdom saving throw. You have to beat a 15 DC.
That's a 10.
You are now frightened.
Nothing is scarier than a Leonin who comes up, rips into your chest, drawing blood, nutsack taps, leaps up onto the ceiling. I'm gonna flavor McTavish. Your feet cling into the ceiling and
Yes.
hanging down, and just start punching again from upside down.
I'm gonna have disadvantage on all my attacks now.
Yep.
So I also have a bonus action doctor's orders if you're not doing too great.
That would
damage.
be beautiful.
He's at 6 hit points.
All right.
So
Good
that's
thing I put the batleth away.
your hit die plus your con plus.
Had to make a
4.
statement.
Yes.
I'll take care of that in just a second. I just rolled for damage. So first one is 5, half that,
Halved to 3,
3.
halved to 2.
and then the next one is 7, half that,
Halved to 4, halved to 2.
and then what was the doctor's orders, Megan?
One of your hit dice
Plus your
plus your Constitution modifier plus 4.
Okay. I don't know
How
what the
many
crap is my hit
superiority
dice.
do I have?
August.
Remember if you're
What's the
looking at,
barbarian
like,
hit
D12?
dice? The D12.
Oh, D12, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in so beefy.
Oh, okay. So did you
I
get it
don't know
from
how
the
much
feet?
you know.
Yeah.
So 1 hit
Okay,
die
so you
plus
probably
con
have
modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Feet's
plus
getting
4
you
from
two.
me.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
just having to
they're
remember. I'm like, it
D4s
should
for
be a
you?
class.
Or are they D6s for you?
They're D8s right now because it's a feat. It's
That-
they
oh,
they
that
level
they
up
say.
higher faster.
So that is 14 hit points I get back.
Dav's looking much better now.
Yeah. Kennek will sort of falter a little bit.
That's my turn.
There's the lion.
And I will reckless attack to roll flat.
But then you have advantage.
That is an 18 on the first unarmed strike.
Okay, that'll still hit.
Okay.
And a natural 13 for 21.
That'll hit.
That'll be 12, halved to 6 of the bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
My gosh.
And then bonus action.
Actually, 2 barbarians fight is kind of
It's
gross.
fun.
I don't think I actually have another bonus action.
And the grossest part is I have unlimited doctor's orders, so, well, I guess you only have 5 hit dice at this point, but I can keep healing
Yeah,
you
no.
Davish.
I don't
Yeah.
have another bonus action, so I'm just gonna sort of just like shove you a little bit and prepare to take more blows, just circling you.
Okay.
It is insane. It is a trade. Boom! Each hit colliding is knocking out teeth, is drawing blood, but both fighters are still up.
That's so dope.
This is really
I'm not
dope.
bloodied yet.
Playing on barbarians.
I'm a wall of hit points.
I know.
That
So you
everything
s-
quarters.
So you said you're like circling me?
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to like jump off the roof, dig a claw into your shoulder, and to whoop around your back and grapple.
Ooh.
Make the grapple checks.
Alright. Which check would that be again?
Athletics.
Are you disadvantaged on this, though? 'Cause
I am
Yes,
frightened.
frightened.
Yes. Well, the first roll was worse.
Okay.
Okay. That is 26.
That beats my 17 at disadvantage.
Wow.
Boom! You whip around, tail whips up under armor, grabs, yanks back. You are grappled.
Righty.
Restrained.
That is me.
You do get another attack because
I
grappling
do, yes.
counts as a special attack.
Mhm.
So if you have extra attack,
If
you
you
get
grapple it, you can.
Sweet.
That's how I'm reflaring it. Is one tail grabbing one arm, hand on the other, so it leaves a full fist.
I
of
like
just-
that. Yeah. Then I'm just like. So you always remember this, no matter what, and just clawed down the face.
Holy
That's dark.
shit!
That's
We
way
have gone
dark.
from Starfleet officer to completely feral.
26.
Within
to
like
hit.
4
Yeah.
hours of
Yeah.
being like disbarred from Starfleet, we're like, all right, let's go this.
What
This
was
is
We're gonna
really
bomb a
missing
star
last
to
time?
escape.
Welcome to
Selma.
Stargate.
Davish was just waiting for
Stargate.
I, you don't understand when you guys were all chanting "coup." I really want to like actually live record that to be like,
Startup!
use this for propaganda.
Gosh. All right, so that'll be 6 and half that.
and then have it again.
Yep.
So 2.
Hit points.
Gosh.
You're just doing 2 hit points around. This is
Your
great.
little scratches are cute. Still, you have more honor than any Klingon in Robert's crew.
You
So I'm
hit,
gonna-
there's a bit of like goes through the other Klingons.
I'm gonna grab you by the scruff of your neck,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna try to grapple you and pull you in front.
So do so with disadvantage.
Yeah.
do- Just a wrestling match now.
Yeah.
All right, the first grapple attempt is a 9 at disadvantage with a natural 1.
Don't roll that one, McDavish. You're
Yeah.
probably fine.
How about 26 again?
All right,
Yeah.
I will try my second attack on the same thing.
Just claws
At
digging deeper.
disadvantage. Okay, that's an 11. I'm just gonna try to
Not
power
this,
you
not
over.
this.
Whew, I still win with a 16.
And this is
Bracing
where
down.
I will then call the fight rather
Okay.
than going for another 20 rounds of 2 hit points.
Yeah, it's
and
like he's just in a
grapples.
chokehold long
Because of the
enough.
frightened condition,
Yep.
because I
Yep.
think we have reached that stalemate of eventually, I as the DM referee will say, story will dictate what happens
Yeah.
next.
All right.
Get.
Let's do the music grid.
We're just both just gripping on.
After a moment, McTavish, your mind will come to one very important factor. You just fought Klingons. And they do have a weakness. Shock enough central nervous system and then enough internal psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the Klingons' biggest weakness. So you don't have to even win this fight. But strike hard enough at the base of the neck and then smash the head into the wall. It's basically the same thing. We see that boom, boom, slam, and are stunned. McTavish, you eventually would have just naturally downed, but for the story purpose, Kamek, you are down on the ground, but you are not dead.
You fight well, kitty cat.
Thank you, and I help you up.
I will pat you on the shoulder. It is breath of fresh air to have, not stinking peons of scummy cybernetic honorless freaks.
A
I
lot
just
of...
stared dead at one of them.
You realize the one you were staring at was dead, and so it's like, moving on. Right, I killed that one.
Captain, what is your name?
Tavash.
I am Kenek Kalan, but you can call me Kenny.
All right, Kenny. Welcome aboard the Confidence.
Thank you.
So, Jamie, you would have gotten down here eventually, too. Snooper trailing behind, ready for his next lessons. Crew of the Confidence, are you ready to then head to Rigel 7 and meet with some syndicate members? Easy enough. Pilot will start up the ship, make the checks, and within a moment you are leaving Katia behind you. A couple hours pass, leaving time if people want to take short rests, of course, those that were in the fight.
Yes.
Until approaching swiftly is Rigel 7. Coming out of warp, you hear the warp core just slowly zoom down. Around you is every type of ship possible. There's freighters across the galaxy, from Andoria to, of course, Rigel and the Orions. You're seeing Romulan, even a few Illyrian, what we would know the geneticists. Everyone has come for one purpose only, and that is black market. Upon entrance, immediately, Mondo, you are being hailed by 6 different vessels at once as you guys drop. Easy enough to know. None of them seem to come from planet, but ships that are around that saw you just drop out of warp and are trying to talk to you.
Alright, Mondo. This is your gig.
What are they saying?
Most are just asking, like, hey, you looking to sell that? Oh, interesting. Are you actually Federation? Are you cops? Like, it's a lot of, like, in between. Parsing through, one of them you realize is coming from a ship that is docked near a bit of a space station nearby. That is, we talked on the phone. Basically, in the vernacular, say, head on over and let's chat.
Okay. To the others, I'll say sale pending. I'll keep posted. And then head over to the...
You head over.
I don't love this music. It makes me nervous.
There is an Orion ship that is docked, that is hailing you. Do we meet neutral ground aboard the station, or should I come to you?
Captain.
Have him come to us.
If you'd be comfortable, our captain would love to meet you over here if you'd like to come to us.
Gladly. I'll shuttle over immediately.
Is this chair taken? I'm just gonna point at a chair on the bridge, just like the other ends in chair.
Yeah, go for it.
Big old church fitted. you see small little vessel
It's my easiest voice.
I love that.
picks out, comes forward.
Love
Striding aboard, you see tall, top muscle, green skin Orion pirate. Jeweled earring that hangs down in a beautiful sapphire reflective off the green skin. Hair swept back, all of it covered by what we would consider kind of that bandana, very pirate-esque over the one ear. Steps forward, easy enough. You note he's got 2 vibra sabers at either side, and what looks to be a form of jetpack on. Walks onto your bridge. Is it's the first time ever seeing a bunch of Federation scum like you sell a guy like me. It's a pleasure. Name's Pyre. Yeah. Trill.
I have my mask on.
Yes, you do.
How does he know?
Oh, I mean, Cation, Klingon, Jawa, whatever the hell that is. But Trill. Got a Trill way of walking.
That makes me wildly uncomfortable.
You see he sits down.
Can I just get a base vibe check inside this guy?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And we're on
same.
our ship, right?
Yes, you are.
That
He came to you.
helps.
I was also uncomfortable by the generalization. I am only half Klingon.
What is this, an investigation or a...
Yes.
Are
It's
you
the other
freaking
half.
kidding me?
Human.
I rolled a nat 1 again.
That's surprising.
This is the
I like
most
it.
trustworthy guy you think you've ever met, Jamie. Like, wow, what a nice guy.
Is this insight?
Yeah.
19.
Oh yeah, 19. He is
How's
a
he?
good profiler.
Alright.
I mean, this is very much the quick set. Like, if we were to call it a stat, he made a really good insight check. on you guys.
I
It's like,
see.
but to the extent of that is his profession. Is he's supposed to be able to quick look at someone
That's
and
his
get a vibe.
thing. Alright.
Basically, what you guys are doing now, he did maybe even on the phone. You would assume, like he kind of doesn't want to get a jump.
That's fair.
So, could tell from your ship you are trailing some cargo. Am I right?
What is that? What is he referring to?
We got cool stuff to sell.
Yeah.
Oh.
The giant ships that are tacked onto the back of our ship.
So, here's my thought. They seem legit,
They are.
and I have just 2 questions and then an offer for you. 1, can we talk about 75 per head of pirate?
What's your second question?
My second question, as he presses a button on the collar of his shirt and 4 other Orion pirates with guns pointing their heads materialize, is why the fuck do you have my sister's ship?
Oh. That's exciting.
Hang on, does that mean he has 2 sisters? Because wasn't his other sister on our crew?
Yep.
Did you not know your other sister ran away to join Starfleet? Is that what happened here?
No shit, she's here?
Well, I think she left on a shuttle, but
believe
she was
so.
here.
Yeah.
You
Are
know,
either of my sisters here?
No.
and I don't-
Fuck yeah, listen. I want this fucking shit.
I love the sibling rivalry.
I
love
love
so much.
So
The
much.
switch there. The switch.
I really want this fucking shit. Now, I don't
We
want to
really
come off
don't
as
want this
desperate.
fucking ship.
Then it looks like we have a great way. I can't go too heavy on sale for pirates. Hell, half of that crew I'm probably going to slaughter once we get off because they're loyal to my sister. Let's be real. So I can't invest too much.
We're gonna pretend like we didn't hear that because some of these peeps have a
Yeah, ethically,
moral
we
conscience.
wouldn't be allowed to like ransom them to you if we like know you're gonna kill them. That's not.
I'm sorry, are you not the USS Confidence that is wanted by, checks a quick data pad, all the galaxy?
Yes, but we're still hoping we can salvage that. So just we're gonna pretend that we didn't know.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, I want this conversation done the next 15 minutes because I think there's
I'd like it
at
to
least
be-
12 different ships here that's probably
Identifying us and yeah.
Yeah.
Lean back in the
As
chair.
far as the price, we're good on the price of the ship that we talked previously.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm well and truly $500,000 for my sister's ship. Jeez. Yes. Klingon vessel. That's different. Bit bigger than I thought. And
What a blessing! I know, extra room.
listen, I don't need some shitty Klingon ship. No pardon.
None given.
So, can I talk you 1.5?
Captain,
What was the offer we were given before?
2.
It was 2 million.
I say if we go down on one, we don't go down on the other. So it's.
Well,
going
we've
down.
already gone down on the people.
He is set on a $500,000 for the Orion.
So
ship.
that's
He-
more
he's
than
okay
what he
with
offered. He offered $250,000.
Yeah, so we got.
oh,
So
that. He's
Oh,
like,
double the
now that
price
it's
of
like
ship.
that is my sister's, like I've
so that
been,
one doubled. The
you
other one
get the
went
feeling
down by
he's
a
probably
quarter.
been
Yeah.
on the radio waves of like
So
I had heard something.
Between
Like
the
that.
2 ships, we're only down quarter.
And then,
mil.
But I
if
also
we,
feel like the way he tried to like downplay the shitty old Klingon ship, it's that distracting from the fact this is a historical artifact that like the Klingons would pay out the nose for to get back.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I feel like
You
we
could
bring
get
that
rid of
up.
this tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know.
My
Call
people
me.
would offer you great money. You would look in ballpark of say 8 million, 850 million credits.
Yeah, but I don't have the time or credence to get into the Klingon Empire. I'd have to talk to my friends. I think 1.5 is a great deal. And I could be persuaded for 100 ahead again.
Captain,
Isn't the worst deal.
I say we take it. We cut our losses. We get the hell out of here. But I say we get payment and then give it.
Let's have him go up another. Ooh, I kind of want to see if we can milk the Orion ship out a little bit.
The Orion, the one that he's paying half.
$500,000.
million?
We get up to
Even if
$750,000.
even if we did that, all right.
If we can get him up to 0.75 mil.
How do you feel about 0.68 for the Orion?
Then
Captain
you can,
wanted to go to 0.75, but
then you can really rub it in your sister's face.
This is where I will ask a persuasion check. This will be a group persuasion check. Would you like to use Nathan's other portent before I tell you what it is?
I will not say
Not if
anything.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no.
Unless he rolled 2 nat 20s, which he could have.
Knowing Nathan, he
No,
definitely-
this will be either. I would say it'd be for Pyre.
Ooh.
Oh, for him.
Oh! Right, we're
Yeah,
rolling
what's
an
your-
opposed check?
Don't look at me. I'm not giving you the answer.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
trying
what
to-
it is.
I'm trying to like stare into space and you happen to be right next to me.
Question, August. As can I roll intimidation as I sort of stand up and just?
Yes,
flex?
it can be intimidation for you, persuasion.
I would be the person to gamble on important, but that's just like a vote among many.
I will abstain from this vote.
Because you know, what do you roll?
So I rolled a dirty 20. Could I say, like, I'll turn to Mondo and be like, whatever, my cousins are gonna give us more for this.
Okay, that will help your cause. Let's see. It's a classic technique.
Alright. Should we just.
It's a gamble.
Let's go with our persuasions.
Okay, so we got a Sim 20.
9.
9. Jamie.
6.
Oof, the barbarian did not
14.
do worse.
14 and McTavish.
17.
Last chance before I roll.
My vote was yes, important, but
Gamble on a portent.
Portents!
Alright. You can use Nemorum's other portent on Pyre's roll. And so on a nat 1, you go, sold.
Oh, yes!
the fucking unit rolled a nat 20 and a nat
Oh
1.
my
gosh,
Oh my gosh,
Nathan.
Nathan.
For 3/4 mil, he'll do it. 3/4 mil for the Orion ship, 1.5 for the Judgment, and 100 ahead for the Orions.
okay.
We walked out
Can I make my last parallel?
losing out on
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he offered in the first
We
place.
know
Just
now
different,
for
yeah.
a fact
Differently
that
distributed, same
he's
numbers.
well aware that we are being hunted down. Was there any shenanigan going on of like, hey, quick, like, plant a tracker or something on their ship, like, cash in the bounty of like, or like, hey, I'm gonna like call someone immediately after and like,
Good call.
like cash us in.
I'll
for...
give you this for free. he's planting a tracker on the CD's end right now. That you think about it, you realize he puts the hand away, and there is a little circlet on there. Hell yeah, why wouldn't he? It's like, great, I get the ships I want, and then I can...
I try to do an intimidation thing of specifically like pulling out my blaster and shooting the tracker so he like
Roll
knows.
for it. Roll for it. Because this
That's
could
so
go really
awesome.
wrong if you miss.
Just
A
shoots
tracker! Blah! Just in the head, and he's just gone.
As long as I don't roll another nat 1, that's a 17.
17 will hit the DC, AC of 15 of this.
I thought
You,
that was a two.
as he puts the hand
So I'm
away,
gonna shoot the tracker and then aim it at his face.
immediately the 4 guns of the Orions that material all on you. Damn, Papa got eyes.
Yes, I do in fact have eyes.
Shit, alright,
All right.
cool. Listen,
Let's-
you've already done me the best of services.
He wires the money.
Who do I wire to?
No, I'm just kidding.
No one
No,
trusts you with
not
that.
at all. For Kenny, yeah.
Our captain.
Wait,
Yeah, you'll wire it to my account.
are there
I
anyone?
mean, mine's
is there
not
anyone selling
controlled by
Legato
the
here?
Federation.
That might be
I don't
actual.
think you should
make
do
me a
your
quick
personal
investigation. You can do a quick,
Yeah.
like, basically that Google search of quick planet-wide communication.
Here, I'm gonna give it him not my Starfleet account,
Yes, of course.
but
Investigation?
my inheritance account.
Yes.
Clever.
Here we go.
So like the noble income.
Good.
That's another dirty 20.
Gosh
Pretty
damn.
He wires you a total of 2,260,000 credits a year, full sum. So, pleasure doing business. So, can you just drop the tractor on the Orion ship? I'll grab that. And do you want to shut them down, or would you trust me to just beam my guys out?
Can we not beam them like down to?
Oh yeah, I guess you could.
We'll use our gear.
Yeah, we'll beam him down to you.
All right, pleasure doing business. He stands up. The 4 Orion each holster their weapons.
I'm glad I made another paranoia check.
That was good.
Well, because what a way of, like, I get the ship I want, and I can get a hella profit back. Like, that's a good return. But, I mean, if you guys get away, he still wins.
Yeah.
I mean, on the checks you guys made, even before his Nat 1, he really wants the Ravaged.
Yes.
Like, that's a cred thing. As he
He's
steps out,
gone.
you guys can start immediately beaming the Orions out just from Brig to his, well, to the Brig of the Ravage, because it's his now, so you can just kind of send it on down. On a synth 20, Kessel, you get a bit of
You guys
interesting
were war
communique.
criminals officially.
There are exactly 2 Mugatu that are on planet right now that are looking to sell.
To Mugatu? What does that mean?
The giant gorilla with the horn that he has. Remember that was
Like,
running
he's
through
trying
the
to save
house?
an endangered
Species.
species.
Oh.
He needs a female.
Are any of them female? Either of them female?
They don't say that, unfortunately. You'd have to contact for further info.
You have exactly as much time as it takes for us to shuttle all those people.
So, like,
Can we-
Yes.
Can you check?
I can communicate to them and say, we would like to know the gender of the species.
an interested buyer. Well, I could be persuaded to sell my Mugata, but...
We have very little time. What are the genders of your species?
All right. Picky. We've got a male and a female.
Take the female.
How much for the female?
Well, if you're in a hurry, I'm gonna have to say at least 4 mil.
Whoa.
Shit.
Okay. No can do, but thanks. Bye.
All right, communicate.
Okay.
Well, I...
So we
Yeah.
need to drop down a whole ton. That's expensive.
That's okay. I'm okay with not paying 4 mil. So.
I'm okay not spending more than we owe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Immediately.
other ways of getting it.
Yeah.
There's other ways.
There's other ways.
Guys, I don't think we're going back to Starfleet
but
after this.
yeah.
Guys,
I'm
guys, even
I'm
if
just
this
putting
doesn't
that out there.
work.
There's other ways.
Yeah.
If you have time to come up
Oh
with a plan.
darn, our transport is going really slow. We can only transport one at a time.
No,
No,
we're
we
transporting
need to
the full
do-
week.
Yeah, you have
now.
to
Alright,
read
that's my thing. I think we need to get out of here fast.
Yeah,
so.
we need to go.
Like, the
Okay, but
second
we can
anyone knows
come
where
back
we are.
with another plan.
Cool.
Immediately, sending all this out. You now have 2.2 million credits to use.
Woohoo.
Okay, we zoom out of here.
Where would you like to go? Important to know.
What are we doing the duel with? That's to do the ship, right?
Yeah, that's to upgrade
So
the ship.
where
So
we-
I'll head back to my
Save money to pay for
homeworld.
fuel.
Is it safe to head back to your planet? Or are there people waiting for us there?
You're not sure. You know King's
Can we
Code said he
communicate
was
with
going to
them
be
before
cool.
we go land there? Can I send out a communication?
Send out communication.
Mhm.
Lady Lorraine will answer. Yes, is this the crew of the Confidence?
We don't associate with that name, but we were wondering if it's safe to land. This is Tavash and his crew. Is a better way. of-
Yes, we thought you just left. Are you coming back so soon?
We would like to. Are you alone?
Fit.
We'd like to what?
Refit the ship.
Refit the ship, but we wanted to know if anyone else has come by since we had left.
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Can we all do insight if we're listening?
Sure.
Good, because that was a crap roll. That's a 9.
9.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
On a
Dirty
nat
20?
13, a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, not 13 is very important now. I forgot.
16.
3.
I got a 6.
6.
So dirty
you're
20.
I
trying-
got it right.
Her face is completely serene, and on a nat 13, the idea that you're having is, do we want to risk it? Because we could get refitted there. Again, you know it's safe enough of, like, they would have the parts. Again, like, we can put the, the cloaking device, everything that we want. We can outfit minor upgrades. Or, especially now that you've just sold off two of the other big ships that had a lot of the big parts, maybe it's, do we
Go somewhere they
go somewhere else than we expect? Because also, eventually, you're going to have to refuel. Now, of course, you can do that, Acacia. You can easily refuel at any Federation planet, but you're starting to get to, even with, I would allow siphoning fuel and other power, your ship's not going to last forever just jumping around the galaxy right now.
Yep.
So I think I would point out, Captain, as we just found out, obviously the news has gotten out and they're sort of starting the manhunt.
Yep.
So
They're gonna
wouldn't
come
they
look
kind of
in.
expect us to go to your home planet? Should we maybe look for a place to resupply that doesn't have an obvious connection to any of us?
Alright, let's find a place to lay low for while we get the refit done.
Should we get the parts at a good deal at that place, the new parts, and then go get it done somewhere else? We might have enough time to get the parts for a cheap price, but not the labor, if that makes sense. And then we're not stuck
Aye.
there waiting for us.
What about the planet? Oh,
If I may, Captain, it sounds like you are on the run, which would mean, even if the parts are cheaper there, not safe.
It's true.
what if we went to the planet that we helped establish?
You see, Lorraine just kind of I take it from the muting of your call that you're not coming back.
Tell her not just yet.
Not yet, ma'am. But,
Of course. Please note you have a home here at any time in Tavash. And Kingsko did have something he was supposed to give you before you left, but you can pick it up whenever you wish. She bows over the screen, of course. That's all.
Can I ask you, DM, in terms of lore, what resources and infrastructure does my planet even have?
Your planetoid?
Yeah, I'm wondering where our civilization's gotten to at this point.
It's decent. I will give you this for free. Like a bit of a working atmosphere inside certain buildings that it's not really for you, but for people that visit.
Mm-hmm.
The confidence might stand out a lot though at your planetoid.
I was just wondering if it's would be obscure enough in terms of good hiding place, but then if it also would have enough stuff that we could refuel or refit the ship or whatever.
Be very obscure.
It would be obscure, but would it have the resources that we would need to?
Oh, resource, yes. Because it's a Federation outpost, that's easy stuff to get.
Oh.
Well, any planet that's come under the Federation, they give a lot of supplies. Be we want to make sure we're outreaching. Here's an outpost, here's communication, here's food, supplies, replicators, whatever you really want.
can we think of a place that would not be Federation that would have the supplies we need?
We could go to Klingon Empire.
we think of a different place that would have the resources?
What? You scared of my people?
It's not a fear thing. It is a-
There's a lot, really. I mean, the syndicate's here, but of course, bounties are a big thing, and you've got the big obvious ship. Cleon Empire, hella dangerous, but possibility. The Romulan Empire is a possibility. You've got the Cardassians, if you have a death wish. The Imperium, if you really want to start a war. And, well, there's other minor stuff, but unfortunately, most everything in the galaxy is allied enough with the Federation that they have enough of, like, hey, even though we're not buddy-buddy,
They got extradition.
we've got extradition laws.
Yep.
So it's very hard. And I will say, you are the hardest group to do this for because you have the ship. And unless you
Right.
just abandon it and find a new one,
No.
which is a possibility, it would be insanely hard to do so.
Very expensive.
Very.
What if we sell ship and buy new ship with all money we just made? But we steal your big parts that you don't want sold.
It's 3.
Also, Captain, no pressure or anything, but do we have an actual plan? Obviously, we're focusing on the, split-second survival right now and not getting caught, but, like, what's our goal?
Honestly, I was under impression you already had plan.
Oh, we do. She's joking.
The little droid on Tesla's shoulder just...
As it's translated.
It's translating. Oh yeah, she's just joking. And the droid just
The
shakes it.
droid just in sarcasm. Oh yeah, we do.
Sarcasm voice activated. Yes, she was joking.
I would really like to know what the plan
I
is.
love these translator droids. They're amazing.
The goal right now is to take out Khan. So we need to do what we can.
I kind
To
of like
ready
the
ourselves
idea
up
of
for
that. The people we helped establish.
The planet.
Yeah, that planet. Because didn't they have like foliage and like whatever we could park not at the big main center,
By
but sneakily
hide off somewhere.
hide off and then send for fuel and other things, get pricing.
Do they have the tools we need?
Yeah, because it's a Federation one.
You guys gave them the tools.
That's true.
Rotato
Yeah.
Skitter, where you helped establish the insectoids.
And they were nice people, and we'd know how to communicate with them.
As long as they're not the type that are like, we are now a Federation
No, I
planet
think they
in this-
are, but I also think they're easily manipulated, and I feel bad saying
true.
that. But they are a type
We
of
know
people that I think
exactly
are-
how gullible
Totally
they are.
metagaming.
very-
Are you up for communicating with these
Yes.
people again?
But, like,
Yes, you are up for.
I've been trying to keep it under wraps.
people
Like,
again.
well, my only other question is, like, because they are newer to the Federation, is there a ton more attention on them right now? Like, do we have to worry about
Oh, good
Yeah,
point.
bunch of
they might.
Ethan is.
Good
surveillance
point.
personnel?
And if
How-
you really want one final wrench, and what does Khan know you're gonna do?
Yep. So we helped establish that planet.
Could we
So we
go
have
to
a
the one with
connection
the big hole in it?
What is that? The donut planet?
Instead of Rotato Skitter, it's Vedafonir, the ravaged planet of the Tritanium that's now just kind of a shell.
I
We could
do.
literally hide inside that planet.
Would Khan expect that?
Gosh.
I don't know.
That's the problem with Khan.
Wait, is Khan the one that's been time traveling?
Oh my gosh, is Khan
So, like,
inside
mine
that
that whole
planet right
planet?
now?
Oh.
I know where Khan is right now.
You know where Khan is right now.
You know where Khan is right now?
No, not Kenneck.
Aaron.
I was
Sam.
like, Kenny!
Sam.
Kenny, you did? Come on!
Yeah!
Team player, man!
Sam knows where he is.
Yes.
Shaw, report to the bridge.
Just not on ship, sir.
Gosh damn it!
We make a short list of planets where we are least likely to get caught or run into Starfleet personnel or surveillance, and then we use a random number generator to decide because Khan cannot predict randomness.
Sounds great. Plug that in.
I kind of love
By
that.
random number generator, I mean I want to sit here and
Roll a
die
dice.
for it.
Yeah, so here we
I
go.
love that.
I will help keep track. I'm just gonna go through, start naming planets. So we've already said Ratatotsker, which is the
Planetoid.
planet with the Aeocids.
I'm voting for the Muppet Planetoid to go on the list.
We do. Its official name is Muppet Planet.
Uh-huh.
Other names, just shout them out.
Cassian.
Cassian.
What's the one of the people we set up?
That was
That was
Ratatotsker.
right.
That was the first one I put.
So
on the
What's
list.
the
Sorry.
one with the hole in it?
The whole planet.
Oh yes. Vederfolnir.
I do kind of like the idea of going there.
technically, we did say the Klingon Empire, it's like hideout in some of their space. It is a possibility.
That is my
High
fault.
risk, but yeah.
Like, I risk, I reward.
Are we putting
You
your
find
phone on there?
Klingons
Yeah.
with
Cations
spine.
on there. So
Yeah.
right now we have about 5 options. Do we want to bolster it more?
Just-
What are the
Yes.
Russian planet that Mugatu
I love
come
that.
from?
Giant
Which
Russian
one, what?
Klingon.
The
It's
ones
great.
that the Mugatu come from?
Oh my gosh, you self-serving bug!
Hang on, we've got a drama. Is Tatooine a planet in our galaxy?
I will get to that in just a second. Give me a moment.
He's gotta find the Mugato planet.
Neural. In
They
Alpha
come
or
from
Beta?
yeah, in the neural planet, it's contested depending on what Trekkie you ask.
Oh, true.
Neural is the planet though, and there's like, yeah, that's technically where they originate from. So Neural, yeah, home of the Mugatu.
Tatooine.
Tatooine, as it is known, it's a desert planet.
We could go hunting for crate dragons.
Yes.
To be fair, the whole point of Tatooine is they're like this ship planet
No,
in the middle of nowhere.
F this,
that
let's go to
has, like, no
Mandalore.
oversight.
Listen, I didn't put
full
every
Death
Star
Star.
Wars
Gotta be a good
planet,
place
okay?
It's gotta be a good place.
I
to
put
hang
in
out.
a
Tatooine and that-
set few. Tatooine is
I
one of
do
them.
agree
Tatooine,
with
the
that.
whole point of it, it's gotta be a good place to hide out.
In the Outer Rim.
Yeah.
The outer rim of the Beta Quadrant.
Yeah.
We could
Uh,
go to Gamma Quadrant.
I'm
as
just
well.
looking up
That is
online
far
like other
removed.
ones. I don't know if I don't know enough Star Trek, so that's like a risk too. So if you know these, if
Just
you want to
out
be
of that.
over, yeah, the Binar planet. I'm just gonna start whatever, and if
Tellar Prime.
What's that?
Tellar Prime. I googled list of Star
Hey.
Trek planets.
So fun fact, Tellarites, a warp-capable humanoid species. They are very much in the Federation, though.
Yeah, nope, never mind.
What
Yeah.
about
I have
Gamma
a
Quadrant?
weird shenanery
Wormhole.
question. Weird
That might
shenanery
be good.
question. Is there like a specific Bajoran planet?
Yeah, Bajor.
Well, because here's my logic of, because of their history, would that be a good place for us to go with that, like, hey, yo, look, we've been framed, and sort of incite it's time to, like, revolt, like...
Don't you fucking... The Bajor just got out of the Dominion War, you
Exactly.
monster! Can you imagine going to Vietnam and being like, listen, guys, you know how you just finished with America? But America's being mean to us. Obviously, they'll be incited, but that's
Exactly.
so rude! I'm sorry, I got a little
Yeah,
heated.
you hear the
Uh,
people say?
Turkana 4.
It's kind of 4. I put Bajor on the planet.
Say that, you-
It's a technicality, and you should feel bad. You'd go in as the
We're going
revolutionary.
against Khan!
I know, but like, you gotta know. These people have been enslaved, have just fought for their lives, just got freedom a couple decades ago. It's a little
so
much.
they're totally ready
Reset.
to believe us when we say, hey, look, oppressive
Federation
government,
plan.
we gotta rise up.
So,
Yeah.
here we go.
Genesis planet.
Genesis Planet doesn't exist, and that's where Khan came from.
Ah! Okay, that's all I got.
Or, well, where he died.
Okay, last
That
one.
was-
Did I say Nimbus 3?
oh, Nimbus 3. It's a possibility.
Okay.
What are
So-
you not telling us?
It's an online. It comes from online stuff.
Oh.
Well, it's the whole point is it's literally the planet of peace from the Cleon Empire or Cleon Federation Wars. It's like a Class L planet, so it's like it borders a lot in the neutral. It's a possibility.
Did we say Bajor already?
Yes.
Bajor.
yes.
So that
That's
gives
why I
us-
was
We're gonna
just
start a
calling you that
revolution.
we
person.
could do. We
I
could
said,
do
you
right now.
listen.
We have a grouping of 9. We could then roll a d10 and then just re-roll the 10.
Okay,
I'm good with that.
That's
I like
good.
it.
Whoever's gonna roll though, it's got to be in the box of doom.
We can
because,
all
like-
roll a d10, then roll a d6,
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
including you, August.
What does that mean?
Everybody.
That way we get 6 results, and then we just roll a d6 and go with whatever that one is.
There we go. I like the
Extra randomization.
extra randomization. Here we go.
And if
Okay,
you
so
roll the
rolling
same
a
thing,
D10?
one of them has to re-roll.
I
All
got
right.
5.
I got a 9.
I got a 5 too. I will re-roll for you.
9 or 6?
I got a 4.
I got a 2.
That
Here
is
we go.
Where are
So-
your
I
D10s?
will
There you
re-roll.
are.
So got a
I
2.
rolled a 2, so I'll re-roll.
Hold up
So
your number when you have it.
Megan,
7.
6.
9.
4. So here we go. We've got Marissa with 2. Another random for myself. 5, 6, Mason, 7, Sam, 9. Sure. Okay. Here we go. We need a D6 in the box of doom. To
I
pick.
Megan.
I won't even tell you
Yeah,
which
I
one's
like
which.
Jesus
Yeah,
right
Megan.
now.
This is gonna be your fault.
No, I just think that was really smart. The
When
con
Megan
can't
rolls the
predict.
line.
Did we put the gamma quadrant on
To
the
be
list?
fair, I will admit I realized afterwards if he's time traveled, then it doesn't matter how we made the decision, he'll know anyway.
You
But
never know.
Yes and no.
I might have a
I didn't
mechanic for
bring
how
my
this works.
D6, so that is E2.
That is a 2.
Why are you making that face?
Have to make
Which
sure.
person was 2 on the list?
Well, yes, out of the list of what we got. Because I also randomly, if you're curious, like you guys had it, but then I like on an Excel sheet took that and mixed it. So you plug it into a randomized system, and I will say like on a data pad, not connected to the ship in any way, just in case. The name picked out of the hat is Beijing.
I kind of suspected by the look on your face.
People of revolution!
And
We're
Beijing's
inciting
the one that
rebellion.
uses-
Horrible people.
Yeah,
Easily- oh my
we're
gosh.
inciting rebellion. This is
You
happening.
are bad people and should feel bad.
You guys send the robot who follows the rules offline, so.
Plugging
Guys, is
in.
this what we are without Orson to keep us on track?
Plugging in Bajor, which is also technically right next to the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant, one of the farthest places you could go. Strike
like
Team
this
actually
one.
did consider it because, like, technically, like, even if someone who time traveled knew we were there, why would they risk going there? Warping through time and space. I will also say that while it's not an 8-hour, unfortunately, due to Bajor, all of you are starting to feel that, long rest might be necessary soon. It's been going on for a while. Coming out, all of you see Bajor, and, interestingly enough, in relation to kind of where you're at, you are, of course, very close to the wormhole, but also Deep Space Nine, which is a lovely little, I almost called it a planet, space station, next to the Bajoran wormhole. That, if you're curious, is an amazing television series.
Yes.
I liked it.
It was pretty good.
You fly past it, just like.
I can't look out. Going in, this actually does give you options. Deep Space Nine is outfitted. It's technically Federation, but it's one of those, it's an outpost. You could probably refuel before someone went, hey, are you, like, people ask questions.
Can we disguise our ship as another Constitution class ship?
It's good.
The USS Coincidence.
No.
If it exists, like, actually, I'm sure,
Hey,
like, we could,
what's the chance the USS Coincidence is a ship we could copy?
I'm gonna roll a d20, and if it's anything but a 20, I'm just gonna kill you guys. It's a 6. Everyone roll initiative. No, there's no USS Coincidence.
But, like, is there a ship that we would know of that, like,
Yes, I'm gonna pull up a list for you guys to choose from.
Okay.
Whichever one I think we would most look like, besize and shape.
Any Constitution.
well,
class,
so
yeah.
they're standard
Oh,
make,
okay,
but it's
okay.
more that, like, do we know what's posted where and what would be believable to show up
Exactly.
here?
Fair.
Constitution class ships are as follows.
Or just the Enterprise?
That would be
That's not
obvious.
sneaky at all.
Hey, it's so obvious.
Where's
you
Picard?
wouldn't suspect it.
Yeah, but like, sorry, I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
it's
it.
just like.
Listen, Group
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
1. I'm gonna call this out of canon. Constellation, Constitution, Endeavor, Enterprise, as you know, Essex, Excalibur, Exeter, Farragut, Hood, Hornet, Intrepid, Congo, Lexington, Republic, Valiant, Eagle, and Defiant.
Lexington.
Do we have any information on like where these ships
Yeah,
were
where they were last
posted?
stationed.
Most of them are last positioned around Earth. Many, of course, are actually down in the lower beta quadrant near and around the Imperium just because of tensions.
Mm-hmm.
There was one way up in the Romulan Empire off on a bit of a peace treaty mission, but you would know that one for sure was the Farragut. And I should say it is like not the original, it's been revamped. There's very little to no chance. Yeah, no chance that like you would accidentally like detail your car and pull up next to the same one here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
USS Hood.
Lexington.
Good.
Alright.
All right, Captain.
All right.
USS Hood, NCC 1703. Easy enough. You just get the crew with mag boots on, go out and just start spray painting, basically. Yeah. It's to that extent of covering up confidence and replacing it with Hood. It takes a bit of time, but doesn't cost a lot, just manpower and a bit of time.
How's our crew doing on morale right now?
I was going to make that check later, but I could do it now. That's actually an important thing to ask. The crew morale is good, but grim. Kind of like you guys were free, but it is that we are now outlaws. That possibly in another day or two, you might need a captain check speech to like make sure everyone's feeling okay.
Yep.
As you spray the hood, you now could dock at the Deep Space Nine station, which will give you even more time there before being recognized.
Sweet. So yeah, we'll dock there, fill up, kind of resupply.
Okay.
Hope that nobody sees us.
What I would ask then is, you know safely, before any random encounter, what I would call it, you could get a long rest in.
Let's do that, please.
Yes.
And here's the thing, you just might need to bluff your way. You might not even have to spend money for a bit of resupply and refuel.
Nice.
Because you're the USS Hood right now. Here's what we'll do. Mondo, coming in, you're of course going to give the necessary classification, and thankfully it's easy enough to just give a quick, we're blah blah blah, and this is our code, and we're the USS Hood, and they would go, yeah, you look like it,
Here's
and
the
you're numbered.
issue with this though, is if we drop our name, then there's a record of that name dropped incorrectly.
Exactly.
It might just be smarter to pay.
How much would fuel cost?
Yeah.
Currently, your fuel costs.
Yeah.
If a Constitution class ship is seen rolling up, paying with cash and leaving.
Yeah,
That's
people are still
true.
gonna
That's
get
That's
True.
hella shit. I was really hoping someone would say it, not me, because I'm like, I don't want to like.
So
Alright,
Sorry,
yeah,
I was-
let's
alright.
just drop
So
that.
that's what
It's
it
about
is.
1,000 credits per unit, just
Yeah.
because of your size.
Yeah, we'll just roll
Yeah,
up.
we'll do
And-
it for free.
Yeah, do it for free.
Yeah, if we can get away with
For
that
free.
and get a long rest in.
Yes, for sure. And I'm just checking to see how many fuel cells you guys have access to. I think it's a couple actually, which is nice. Going in, they're gonna contact you just to get everything set up. What you would know then is, as they're saying, all right, USS Hood, you are clear to dock. We just got a brief. We just saw you. Are you coming all the way from the lower half of the beta quadrant? Looks like. Just need some fuel up before heading out somewhere.
Sure thing.
You're just gonna need a brief deception check because it's not a terrible DC.
Is this like a group deception?
I would say one person would have to make it, and right now we're like Mondo, just because it's like you'd
Yep.
be the one calling
Okay,
it in.
Mondo, roll
Yeah.
good. Don't get in that one.
I realize I do have an inspiration from whatever
Do have
last
an
time,
inspiration.
so that's exciting. Which would have been nice to know. This is deception.
Yeah.
Please be good.
Great.
What is it?
15.
Sage advice would make it a
15?
19.
You
I'm
want to do
doing
that?
that.
Alright.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I might need to double check that.
We're about to long rest.
We are about to long rest.
That's a long rest because you would have 8 hours.
Yeah.
It only makes it an It only adds 3, so that's
Oh,
like
right.
18.
Still.
I still think that's good.
18 still beats
So
the
I
DC
remembered I was
14 of the
Is it
station
by
to
your
go.
proficiency or just a separate?
Alrighty,
So it's like
we
a
will
separate
fuel you
stat
up,
that's marked
Hood.
by class. I was
Thanks.
thinking it was like my
Make
health
sure, of
slot
course,
there,
everyone
but
knows
it's
you're
like,
free
oh,
to
you're like critical
roam
health
Space
slot
Station
there
9
that
and,
scales up with
oh yeah,
you.
take advantage of our Quarks. It's one of the originals here in the galaxy.
Love it.
Alrighty, enjoy your stay.
What are corks?
Quarks is
It
a
is a
very
great
popular
bar.
restaurant and bar.
There is chain throughout
There's a
Klingon Empire.
Planet
It's
is
like
this?
that,
Is this
okay.
like a melting pot of a lot of different groups?
Yes,
or?
D Space Nine is a melting pot. You can find so many people. It's really cool. Actually,
Kessel,
Mugatu.
Guys,
staying on the ship.
You got to?
If he needs escort,
Oh,
I
oh
could
my
escort
God.
him down to
You know, I
station.
got-
I feel like you're gonna go like the easiest
make a
way,
check?
rather
Make
than
a check.
trying for is to like seduce this
Deep
species
Space
and then
Nine,
just sleep with
truly a jewel out here in the Beta Quadrant. It is filled with people and races from all across the galaxy. I don't know how I'm getting emotional. It's just so cool. I
Aw.
love Deep Space Nine. And we never really got a chance to go here. Filled with wonders and delights, and truly, next to Bajor, a symbol of the Federation. Bajor, the Bajorans, of course, gaining their independency and freedom from the Cardassian Empire. It's just really cool. I gotta plug the show. Watch it. It's so cool. What you get looking for Mugatu here?
17.
17. There's some rumors, like you kind of opened that like open channel network where people, what we'd consider like a Craigslist. There's a couple rumors of like, hey, I'm passing through on my way to the Gamma Quadrant. I'm a merchant. Might have an animal or two, and so you would have to go physically to follow up, find them on the
If you
station.
want the escort, I can go with you. He would be very safe.
Sure he would be.
Go
I
say-
also need to stop by Quarks to get a drink.
Sounds good.
I would say, yeah, anyone who wants to go to Quarks, it would be your chance. It's that classic, like, this is the bar.
Yeah, well we can. Well, let's go.
Will that
And I'll be
affect
trying to
our
find-
ability to get a long rest in?
Those merchants.
No, so what it would be is you could actually do what I would say is like long rest on the ship and then be able to do just a quick tour around, right? Like, hey, that way we know we're fueled. Like during our long rest, they fueled us, repair shields and all.
That way, if we do something stupid, we can run.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Alright,
ahead.
little friend.
Everyone who needs to can long rest now.
Yes.
Can I try and find one of those merchants?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and make
okay
me
if I go with you?
investigation.
Sweet. I feel like that'd be safest.
Oh, that's so much better. 23.
23 is really good. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let me check
Nick,
something
I'm
real
really wondering what you're trying to pull with the
quick. Making us nervous here,
He's
buddy.
trying to save the species.
We gotta start a Mugatu reserve.
Makes lots of money.
I love it more for the fact is I am currently a wanted man by the Federation. But damn it if I won't protect this lab life. If I can't help them, no one can. Gosh, that's hilarious.
It's like going back in time and snatching a whale.
Literally, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's.
Oh, I'm torn. Can I bring along one thing?
Yes, what would you like to bring along?
Is Mugatu.
That would be very obvious.
What is it called?
He would probably fit in my back.
The Horta.
Yes. Ooh. There'd be a bit of stealth involved, I would have to say.
How big is it?
It's a medium-sized creature.
Oh,
Again, this is
okay.
more sentient rock that eats, right? It's weird.
The vaguest description you could have given August.
I know. I'm
I
sorry.
love it.
It's a sentient rock who eats.
Can I try and bring it? And like, if I can't stealth it off the ship, then I'm not gonna bring it.
Yes.
So
Here we
like, go for a practice run.
The Horta were a sentient, non-humanoid silicon life form native to this certain planet of Janus 7 or Janus 6. Basically, they're sentient enough to understand right and wrong, but right now for this campaign, they are more considered more animalistic. Like that's why you would have one. You can definitely take one along with you.
Can I attempt the help action?
Yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure.
McTavish.
18 stealth. That is going to get it
Been
down.
in one. It's
Here
extra
we
4
go.
damage.
Gosh, that's disgusting.
Would you have been unconscious?
So I'm bringing that not with the intent to use it, but just to give me the upper hand in like negotiations.
For sure. It's good. It's like by having a nicer vehicle nearby, it's like, look, I'm good for money, I'm good for trust. I'll definitely allow it. Heading in, you guys are of course first heading to Cork's drink, and I would ask, for McTavish, Jamie, Mondo, did you guys also want to go to the Corks real quick before they head off to the dealer, or is it they're going to the Corks then the dealer, and you guys, if you want to go later, like what's the vibe with you three?
I was kind of thinking Jamie was just gonna crash. I guess it might not be like a bad idea to go to Corks and sort of get the vibe and rumor checks, but also if other parts of the crew are going already, like
Well,
I
I'm
don't
giving the
necessarily have to.
Won't be doing much investigating.
Did
Yeah.
we give him a communications device?
We did now.
Okay, cool.
Does he have an official like position in the crew yet? Like, what is his job even?
Kenny, what are you? Yeah.
I'm loyal to Captain McTavish.
Kenny's job is Skull Smasher.
I love it. I'm so glad to have him with me.
Also, should we
Yeah,
not be
we're
using the name?
really not
We
going
need
back to
different
Starfleet.
names if we're gonna leave here.
That's true.
His name's fine, right?
Oh yeah, no one's Canuck or Kenny. Yeah, no, you're good.
It's like,
Hey,
General Klingon.
What was the name of the cousin or whatever who tried to have me assassinated?
Damn you! I knew you were gonna ask that. That's Maru, M-R-U-E.
Everyone called me Maru.
Cool.
Yeah.
But that is not your name.
We're going by aliases.
Ah.
And then I'm gonna
sick him.
Sick 'em.
August.
I hate the implications of what this will lead to. No, it's Sickum. Ah, it's just like suddenly you're being attacked, right?
My name is Nobody.
Lenny.
Lenny, Kenny, Sickum, Maru. Mondo, what
It's
do you
more
want
like-
your alias to be?
Yeah. Like she still has to jump to
I have to
reach.
kneel.
Rita.
Rue.
Rue. Maru and Rue. I love it.
Kenny
Well,
and Lenny.
Kenny, Lenny, Rue, and
And
Sick 'em.
You're not conspicuous at all. Don't worry, gang.
And then August, I'm gonna go to my medicine closet,
Oh,
medicine
no.
cabinet of temporary hair dye.
I'm so dead.
Just
Everybody
bottles
laugh.
like, oh, you think his white fur's natural? Guys, come on.
Bottle blonde.
No, it's the disguise kit. Just like take a shower so I look like a tabby or something.
Yeah, right. Any other Cation, Leon, and yeah.
I'm going to be
'Cause
very,
white
very
fur.
honest. I don't have a negative intelligence, but I'm still going to roll a DC 10 intelligence check every time someone asks for one of your names.
Oh god.
Lenny? Or was it Jamie? Yeah.
It's like, which one
No,
was the
what would be
alias?
even better if you roll like perfectly mid-range. It's not a hard enough fail where it's like you don't give our real names, but it's not the
It's
right
not the
names,
right-
and so it's like a different name every time.
Like I said, I'm
just
only
like
going to give
some
your real name on
confusion.
like a nat 1.
You
Yeah,
mean
it's not
Captain
like-
McDonald's?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's still obviously a little suspicious of like how are we not getting the right names for anybody, but
Well,
it would be
Commander
so
Cantina,
funny.
That's hilarious.
Like,
Captain
it would just be so funny
McDonald's.
to watch that happen.
Commander
Mugatu.
Mugatu.
Gato!
uh,
Dead.
I love
we're
that.
heading down.
I just wanted to
I
be
guess we can
upfront
all
with
head to
that.
Quarks then,
I
unless
love that.
anyone wants to stop off. To Quarks we go. I gotta pull up. I've been waiting for this.
Your first mate likes alcohol too, right?
Oh yeah.
Should
she
I
does.
bring some back?
Yes, please. She would
She's
really
conked out
appreciate
in
that.
a
Looks like she
post-drink
was in
slumber.
cryo sleep. It's so bad.
That beauty sleep. Not that she needs it, but
Wait, this is not it. Here we go. Quarks is a cool place. You see, there are officers, people of less than reputable note.
Gesundheit.
People sneezing in the corners. But overall, it's dope as hell. There's lights and sound. There's Tongo in the background where you can win it all, lose it all. And best of all is the replicators. Because, though it's replicated, Quartz just adds that little something different to make it really good. Heading up to the counter, you see a Ferengi working at the bar. Welcome! Welcome to Quarks. The original, of course, I mind you. What can I get started?
Well, to begin, I need your strongest substance for me, and probably your strongest substance in the to-go bag.
I was
Alright.
gonna say I want to get a couple drinks to go as well.
He'll definitely, because he can sell you a bottle to take, right? So
Don't take two bottles.
he'll start with some just hardcore ales for you guys, just something that then you can have 2 bottles to take.
Yep.
Plus, of course, drinks. For you.
Could I get today's special and a bottle of Surprise Me?
Right, we have ourselves an icy asteroid. Bit of vermouth combined with some interplanetary ice melt that we got going on right now. And some to go.
A different bottle. Surprise Me to go.
Ah!
What did you roll?
He'll pull out a bottle, give it to you.
Thanks.
What did you get?
No idea.
I'll take
It's
a
like
Romulan
Drano.
ale.
Ah! Classic! Pours one up.
I hate this shit, but Motoroo loves it.
I gotta know. Does my planet have any like specific alcohols of like?
No, I mean, your species has yet to really think about, like, what if we wanted to, like...
Has
preserve
Jamie
food?
ever
Be
consumed alcohol?
inebriated.
Yes. Oh, like, being on the ship, you would have consumed it. It's
Okay.
not like this is your first time ever drinking. That'd be wild.
Here, August, what's like the chemical you use for felt hats to like stiffen them up?
Oh. Like, it's a form of ethanol, I want to say? No.
Yeah.
You just straight up ethanol juice. Yeah. Black hole, come have it. Yeah. Pours this one out. So, what brings you to our portion of the galaxy?
Just filling up.
Of course, Federation rules, can't talk too much, but come on, it's just between friends here at Quarks. What you up to?
Do we really need to fill up, or were we just a little thirsty? I'm not gonna say, but like,
Alright. Well, let me just say, you look like high rollers. Remember, today's the lucky day. Go win it big. Kenny immediately is ready to go.
Kenny, no!
Kenny, that's not your money!
I got free reign now.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen anybody out in the far reaches of space. Have you had much else Federation business recently?
Well, we've had well, now that you mention it, we have had some pretty interesting flyers coming in. Just in the past hour or so, I heard apparently some big hot shots coming in out of the wormhole, believe it or not.
Interesting.
Some big hot shots.
Well, what do you call them over in, oh, shit, I'm getting texted again. I apologize. Well, yes, here in your Federation, you call them a fleet admiral or something?
Oh yeah.
Please seize them! Hank Noble is standing at the entrance to the bar, surrounded by officers. Each of them are pulling out weapons, pointing, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
gosh damn it!